Unfiltered and raw. Say it how I feel, that's law. Stars and stripes on my heart, I ain't ever gonna tear that off. From the back road dust to the big white house we saw, I'm pro-America standing tall. Unfiltered, unfiltered and raw. This for the welders, the nurses, the cashiers counting every dime. This for the soldiers in camo who do it all again each time. Salute. We ain't scared of their labels, we just call it like we saw. Proud to be American. Unfiltered and raw. Say it how I feel, that's law. Stars and stripes on my heart, I ain't ever gonna tear that off. From the back road dust to the big white house we saw, I'm pro-America standing tall. Unfiltered, unfiltered and raw. This for the welders, the nurses, the cashiers counting every dime. This for the soldiers in camo who do it all again each time. Salute. We ain't scared of their labels, we just call it like we saw. Proud to be American. Unfiltered and raw. Say it how I feel, that's law. Stars and stripes on my heart, I ain't ever gonna tear that off. From the back road dust to the big white house we saw, I'm pro-America.
What's up, everybody? Welcome today. I appreciate everybody being with me this evening. Sorry about that. Was having a little bit of sound issue, but we're back in business, so I appreciate you guys being with me as always. What's up, everybody? Winston, I saw Cool in here. Everybody else, Janine, what's up from Canada? And Kamala with the 3-minute warning. Appreciate that, Kamala. Keeping me in line. Robbie and everybody else is here. Bill Miner, what up? And Josh, he's been here forever. Appreciate you guys being with me this evening. Earlier today, I was kind of just hanging out, testing out the vertical stream on YouTube, did some wiring and stuff. I'll probably do some more as well in the future in general, so pay attention to that. What up, Sweet Pea? Stephen Adams 1776. What up, Patriots and Unfiltered? What's going down? But yeah, so I was doing some wiring today, hanging out. Did a lot of wiring. I only was online for like an hour, and you know, it's a lot quicker if I'm just focusing on the mission, right? Not distracted by filming or anything. Old man, what up? How we doing, bro? So yeah, appreciate everybody that did tune in earlier and all that good stuff. You know, especially everybody was pointing out all the shit I was doing wrong, like Heavy. I appreciate Heavy, even though, you know, I don't appreciate the criticism there, Heavy. Yeah, I basically had to go back to the drawing board because of that gentleman named Heavy. Unfortunately, no, I'm joking. But yeah, appreciate you, Heavy. Styles, what up? Winston, what's up? What's going on, everybody? Appreciate you guys being here. So today I wanted to cover just one topic only, and then free for all. I'll open up the phone at some point. So let me get this pulled up, and I was having audio issues, so my apologies as well. Let me get this pulled up. So the topic I'm going to focus on today is free speech. Kind of go into the rundown, and not only just at any particular case, just the general idea of free speech. We have, you know, what I'll call a tipping point related to Shiloh Hendricks, right, where she had said the hard N-word to a little kid that was digging through her bag for like applesauce or some shit like that, right? And a gentleman, a degenerate-looking gentleman, I might add, had overheard it and started filming. Like, what did you call him? You know, blankety blank, right? And he's like, say it again. So she repeated it, right? And repeated it to him as she was leaving, right? With her kid, with her baby. And this is at a playground, mind you. To sum it up, she had got charged with disorderly conduct for what's called fighting words, not related to what she said to the little kid, but what she had said to the gentleman that aggressively harassed her about saying the N word, right? Absolute, absolute batshit crazy. Because I will give you an example or a scenario in which this is against free speech in general. It's just totally against free speech. And the reason being is because if they could apply it to the N word, they could apply it to anything. So think about a particular subset of people that want to have us gender them a certain way. And if you had to keep in mind what the fighting words doctrine says, is anything that would arouse someone into violence per se, right? So saying something that would cause someone to respond in a violent manner. Do we not see people getting misgendered, getting violent with everybody, the police? It doesn't matter who it is, they're getting violent. So what's to say this precedent that's set at this state, particular state, I think it's Minnesota, can't be expounded to apply to misgendering someone, right? So imagine being arrested because you called a dude that thinks he's a chick, and now you're being arrested for disorderly conduct and could serve whatever time your state may have, right? And that's how extreme this is. By simply saying the N word, do you really think that her saying that was so provocative to this gentleman that it was trying to start a fight with him kind of deal? I don't think it was. He was approaching her, asking her to repeat it, so on and so forth. So it's a slippery slope with the First Amendment that we're going to have this, we'll call not really a precedent, but we'll say at the state or city, county, wherever it was in that jurisdiction, it sets a precedent there because now using a word without any potential of assault or attack or response now could be used as a disorderly conduct charge. So let's apply this to other things. Let's apply this to calling someone names that they don't like, not just the N word, right? It could be misgendering. It could be just about anything. And this goes to what they do in Canada. This is what they do in the European Union. This is what they do in the UK. Offensive speech is criminal. Again, offensive speech is criminal. And the interesting part, or not even interesting, exceptional part of our country is offensive speech is actually protected. It's not, if you read the Federalist Papers, right? I forget which one. I think it's Federalist number 10. They talk about the free speech, but they at that time they weren't envisioning a Bill of Rights. But to them, free speech was along the lines that popular speech needed no protection, right? It was unpopular speech that needed protection. And that later got into the debates into the Bill of Rights, right? When they because there was actually people against the ratification of the Bill of Rights. You got to keep that in mind. There was a lot of people, and if you go read those debates, it wasn't that they were against free speech or the Second Amendment. And there was actually originally 12 amendments, not 10. The Bill of Rights we have today was the ratification of the 10. The first two were never ratified. It was 2 through 12 that were ratified and later became the 1 through 10, the Bill of Rights we know today. Either way, the argument against the the implementation of the Bill of Rights to ratify the Constitution was that they believed to define rights was to limit them. And there was a lot of pushback. So there was a compromise, so on and so forth. But at the end of the day, we got the Bill of Rights with the Constitution right today. And it's a limitation on government, not on us. So if you apply this to today, we are kind of stretching thin the idea of what free speech is, because unpopular speech, whether you agree with it, disagree with it, saying the N-word, in my opinion, is protected free speech. Whether you like it or not, I'm going to put that to the side. If you use it or not, I don't even care about the morality of it or the feeling part of it, how people's feelings are. I'm not talking about feelings. I'm talking about rights. Sometimes you have to put aside, okay, yeah, it's wrong to call someone that, but you have the absolute right to do that. You have the absolute right to use that type of language. And it is what it is. So it's a slippery slope as to this case, this particular case. I hope there's a lot of light shed on it, because this is going to apply to other things. So we're going to get other states or jurisdictions, we'll say, that will use this as like, well, they did it over here, so let's do it over here, right? And maybe the N-word saying it will no longer, it'll be like yelling fire in a theater. And that's a whole different topic. I'm not going to go into that, but how I disagree with it, but it is what it is. At the end of the day, this case is important, and I hope they're looking at it through the prism or the lens of fighting it and appealing it all the way to the fucking Supreme Court, because I think this is one of those cases that, let's say you have to exhaust your remedy, so to speak, at the lower levels, whether it be appeal. So if, let's say it's a court of justice court, right, you have to take to the next level of appeal, then superior court, whatever, there's an order of it, and then it eventually gets to the Supreme Court. I think this is one of those cases where the Supreme Court would definitely take up this case, because the facts are the facts. It's more of the constitutionality of, not necessarily the law, because disorderly conduct laws are definitely constitutional when they're applied correctly. But in this case, I think it was incorrectly applied. And you could actually probably throw out that law for being super vague, because if a law is too vague, it's unconstitutional. It has to serve some type of purpose, right? And if this law captures someone saying the N-word, the law is too vague. It captures too much free speech, right? And it shouldn't. Fighting words doctrine, there's a whole test for it. You can look this up. There's a whole test that must be to analysis to determine if it's valid, right? So I think this case is kind of we'll call the turning point of people realizing we are kind of at a slippery slope moving forward. Let me go and share this. And I got a couple things I want to share related to free speech, but I'm not going to play this video where we hear her saying the word, because I'm sure the thought police will come after us. But in general, she was let me make sure I don't have the sound on. Sorry, guys. I almost put the sound on, because this is the full. So this is the gentleman harassing her. Say it again. Say it again. She repeats it, right? Flips him off, and she's walking away, right? This gentleman is approaching her, goes to her vehicle. What kind of man does this, right? What kind of man intimidates a woman? And I don't know if she got on the phone with the cops or whatever the deal is, but the whole time he was confronting her. So how could her words be used against her as fighting words, because she had repeated a word, the hard N word, when he had asked her to, over and over, and harassed the shit out of her? And this guy, if you see
This is her.
he's a creep.
No, that's
He's an actual creep. Look at this guy. Let me get it pulled up. We'll find the video. This is the guy.
Well, when the video
Let me get it big.
well when the video ended, the lady did not leave or stop. Still calling the
She
N-word.
continued
She
to-
continued, and she made a phone call saying that she called somebody, come get
I hope this guy's
and
life
this
is
guy
miserable.
here following me.
Sorry
I
to
was
say it.
not following her at all. She called somebody. She said, come over here. This guy's recording me, And
And let me
nobody-
stop there. Okay, look at this guy. Look at this guy. Take a flippin' look at him.
showed up, and
Take a look at him.
then we started to leave.
Let me get a better screenshot of this creep. What was this guy doing at the park, around the playground? Did he have a kid there? I don't know. Someone maybe inform me. I don't know. It wasn't obvious. I did see a kid of similar tone, color skin as him, kind of circling him when this is going down. So I could assume that he had a child there, and he may have well been there with his kid. I will make that assumption. Let's make that assumption. All right, that he was there with his kid, whatever, right? Let's make that assumption. What did he think was in his mind to go and harass this woman now? Like, I don't understand it. It was over. She had an exchange with the child. It was over. It was done. He was picking through her fucking bag, stealing some shit, right? Maybe she overreacted. Yes, it wasn't probably the best line of inquiry or words, right? But at the end of the day, who is this guy, right? This Kevin, right? This Kevin guy that decides he's going to take it into his own, mind your own fucking business, bro. Mind your own business is how I see it. This guy just creeps me the fuck out. I'm giving him the assumption that he was there with a child, and he had a kid that stole something out of her diaper bag that was started. So is it his child that stole it? Well, that makes a lot of sense. Either way, The guy is a degenerate, probably an illegal Somali, right? A total degenerate piece of shit. And you have people like this guy, right?
Hey, Mega,
Let me go
give me
back
that
to the beginning.
bread.
So this dude chimping out, right? Chimping out. He decides he's going to go create a fake profile and get a bunch of money. I don't know what that happened so far with this, but I would imagine this guy is going to get hit with some federal charges soon, if he already hasn't. I'm kind of behind in the news always, but I will guarantee it, this guy's having a good old time. See you in jail, buddy.
I'm scared, Mega. Hey. Hey, Mega, give me that bread. So come dig me up. If I call on Mega.
Yeah, if you donated to this gal, you better make sure you
Right
donated
now,
to the
they
right
pick it up.
person. There's a lot of people that got scammed by this guy and several others.
Hey, Shiloh, hey.
Yeah, he's scammed. Look at that guy. Look at that guy. You know? And I think when I looked at her thing, I don't know if it's the legit one, but it was almost hitting $1 million fucking dollars, right? But this guy's going to go to jail. And good for him, where he belongs. With the rest of his buddies, right? The rest of his friends. And you know, the case is absolute batshit crazy. I have not listened to this, but I'm going to...
Till 10:30 at night.
Her attorney.
Never even heard of that one before.
Absolute.
Most courts, most counties, what they do is around 4:30, 5 o'clock is they say, okay, we're going to send the jurors home. They got kids, they got families, they got things to do. No, we're keeping them. I've never heard of that before. So that alone, I know this is a thing, I guess. Olmsted County, they do this. I thought that was bizarre. But the verdict itself, let's make something clear here. Let's make something very
The verdict
clear.
itself. Listen to
She's
this.
acquitted, not guilty, right? Not guilty with the child. The state reads a 5-minute victim impact statement about the child?
As
She's
proof.
acquitted about the child. She's convicted on the count involving the cameraman, who they never called to testify. Keep this in mind. They never called the cameraman to testify. This judge prohibited us from telling the jury that Shire Jamali, had a GoFundMe page, $340,000. He testified that it was done in May last year, done. That's not true. There's a link on the bottom of the page that goes to another open account. My investigator hit the link last night, donated $10. It's open. You can donate right now. You can donate right now to Shire Jamali's GoFund page right now. It's open. He testified under oath and perjured himself. He perjured himself over and over and over and over again. This was without any stretch of the imagination. It was like I was fighting the prosecutor and the judge. It was like I'm taking on two parties at the same time. The judge and
and if you followed this just a little, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to understand this. There was a slew of charges, we'll just say, right? One related to the kid, one related to the cameraman. All the evidence that was used that actually convicted her, so she was acquitted on what happened with the child, but the evidence for which was brought, the impact statements, all that shit, was used in the other charges against the cameraman. So it makes no sense, guys. Absolutely no sense.
the prosecutor, it was very bizarre. Very bizarre.
I think this was Indiana.
GoFundMe.
I believe.
Huge, worldwide, giant. It's like Google, right? This is so big. My investigator was going to testify that this page with Shire Jamali's name on it. 5-year-old. The kid's 9. 5-year-old. $340,000 he raised. The judge would not let me show it to a jury. Sorry. The judge would not let me show it to the jury. Okay? And if you go through any of you right now can go online.
And
right
you can
now.
hear the anger in this attorney's voice because he's trying to put this in lay terms for the common person to understand, because there's a lot of procedural stuff and legalese, we'll say. To put it in lay terms, you know, it takes a while. It's hard to even understand how she was convicted, it takes a leap of faith, kind of like what you've seen with Orange Man bad trials. The same level of legal jargon and jumping through hoops to make a conviction, like what happened in New York, where he was charged with simple accounting errors that every business does and miscategorizes an expense, turns into a felony charge. I mean, these Democrats are out to get free speech, period.
Right now, and they're just like, you can't authenticate this. You can't lay foundation. This prosecutor is telling the judge, oh, how do we know this is real? How do we know this is real? So anyone can make this up.
Yeah.
You go online right now.
The judge, how do we know this is a real account that's going to the gentleman? He just perjured himself, but how do we know that this is the level of lunacy these judges operate on now? It's getting to the point of insanity. Insanity, guys.
Now, today, right now, go on that page, unless they run and take it down.
I doubt they did.
Down. He has an open GoFundMe. He said on the stand he does not. He lied and lied and lied and lied. This entire thing's a shakedown. They ought to be ashamed of themselves. The prosecutor should be ashamed of himself. The judge should be ashamed of herself. I had a battle here for 4 days on a stupid misdemeanor, disorderly conduct. This is nuts. This was crazy. 340,000. Nope. Can't show the jury.
Can't show him.
Kid was 9. His name's on it. Can't authenticate it. Still open account. So we're going to appeal it. We will appeal it.
Amen.
We have so many appellate issues, I don't even know where to begin. Judges screaming at me during the trial.
Oh, yeah.
Judges interrupting me every time I want to make a record. Judge says to me, Mr. Corrales, you keep wanting to make a record after I rule. This is crazy. Most rulings during a trial by a judge are made during the trial. And then when you take a break, you make a record, right? You take a break, you make a record. I kept asking. If you're in there and you watch the trial, I kept asking, I need to make a record. I need to make a record.
And the reason why the judge does that, because when you do an appeal, guys, very simple way of putting it, if a claim is not made in the original hearing, in an appeal, they're effectively reviewing whether the claims that were brought before the trier of facts, the judge, were adjudicated correctly. So if you're not able to put forth certain claims, and that's why if you've ever read especially federal court filings and stuff, there's a format to it because they want to make sure they throw everything in there, because at the appellate level, they don't review new arguments unless it's if they go to appeal and they ask for a new trial kind of thing. They review arguments already made to make sure that it was valid as to the case law, as to the law, and the application of such, right? So him saying, oh, I'm trying to put forth these motions or these claims or whatever it is, that's for future things and for appellate stuff for your appeal. So it's in there like, hey, he did not, this trier of fact, this alleged trier of fact, did not address these things, right? So that's obscene that a judge, a trier of fact, is doing this. And this is just another example of an activist judge. And that's what our country's turning into, is a bunch of fucking activist judges. And they're supposed to be in positions of authority, in esteem, right? That's probably the most important place that someone could be as a judge, and then abuse that discretion. Kind of like what we've seen with that ICE Dugan. She got a slap on the wrist. She was a great person to the community, right? Allowing the guy to go through the back door of the court, totally abusing her power. She should not only be debarred, she should have went to prison. They should have set an example out of her. But what does that do? When you allow these judges to go rogue, it just incentivizes other ones to do the very same thing, because what will happen? Well, the bar or whomever, they'll just slap us on the wrist. We'll just go back in and go back. It's becoming political. Being a judge should not be political. It should be trier of fact, reviewing it as it stands, not with your political motivations involved.
She'd get upset, run in the back. Get upset, run in the back. Your Honor, I need to make a record. It started piling up. All these objections started piling up. Your Honor, I need to make a record. I need to make a record. She'd run in the back. I'm like, Judge, we got to make a record. This is insane. This isn't law. This
Bat
is a
shit.
circus.
Not insane. It's
This is
bat
monkey
shit.
Court. This is
Monkey
nuts,
court.
right? You make a record. The judge should come out and
Yes.
say, okay, I made my ruling, Mr. Corrales, what is your record you like to make? I try to make a record, she interrupts me from the beginning. Right from the start. Every time I tried to make a record, she interrupts me. Every single time. Every single time. I'm like, Your Honor, I'm trying to make a record. That's what we do as lawyers, right? I don't know if the lay people...
What he's saying by making a record, he's making a claim in the record, you know, so that, again, if he goes to appeal, he could go, hey, docket number, whatever, you know, spiel off, and they can review it and say, hey, it wasn't adjudicated correctly. And that's what he's getting at, not being able to make a record or an appeal or some type of claim when it's especially oral, because you have written manifests, right, or written claims you can make, you know, in your declarations and stuff. And you could also make oral argument, right? That's what oral argument is. You can make oral motions, stuff of that nature. So if there are judges not allowing him, and this goes to the extension of the First Amendment, right? This is an extension of it. This also applies into other constitutional areas, not just the First Amendment. This case is about the First Amendment, but this is also a violation of due process. And this gal's right to a fair trial. So I don't know. There's a lot of fishy things with this. Pretty much every part of the Constitution was violated, maybe other than the Second Amendment.
Or the people in the community understand this. The way trials work is judges make rulings during trial. We don't want to interrupt the trial to make a record every time someone objects and there's a ruling. So when there's a break or you go to lunch or at the end of the day, you make a record. She wouldn't let me make a record. If you're in there, you heard it. She'd talk over me. She'd interrupt me. Wouldn't let me make a record. Over and over and over again. Why? She didn't want anybody to hear what? They didn't disclose the name of Shire Jamali until Monday. The first day of trial.
I'm
I'm not done.
Sorry.
Until the first day of trial, they didn't even disclose his name. Think about that. A trial, a jury trial in the United States of America. I didn't get the name until Monday when we started the trial.
Another violation. Okay, you have to look at the lawyer as an extension of the person in which they represent. So pro se or pro per people are represented by counsel. So he is effectively acting as her agent, right, in the court. So what they do wrong to him as her agent is doing wrong unto her. And a lot of times we confuse that with the attorneys. They're acting at our behest. At any second, you could relieve this gentleman and take over the case yourself at any moment. There's no questions are asked about that. There's maybe some rare exemptions where that could, potentially take time to happen. But in general, something of this nature, we're talking misdemeanor charge, you could drop this guy's ass so fast and say, hey, he's not my agent anymore, so to speak, right? So by not allowing him to make the proper motions and articulate his argument to the court, they're further violating her rights. His rights don't matter. He's just an attorney. It's his client's rights that are what matters here.
And then my investigators do a record check. Then we uncover, oh my God, he's got this GoFundMe, $340,000.
Mr. Corrales, a couple of things.
Sure.
According to the
Sure, he yells. He is so mad. He's sure. Edwin, what up, Edwin? I see you in here, man. I had to approve your shit because you're always saying random shit. You can't use the N-word, bro. I'm going to have to not only delete that, bro, I'm going to have to, yeah, bro. You can't say the N-word, bro. I agree. You should be able to say it, but YouTube's going to harass me. But yeah, there was his message if you guys read it. I had to delete it, bro. Sorry about that. But yeah, I hear you. You should be able to write it in the chat. Let's move on.
The witnesses beforehand and
did not agree to it. Here's the deal. I thought I was coming down here to try a free speech case. You all saw the video.
You thought?
I thought I was coming to Rochester to try a free speech case based on the video. Then it took on an entirely different, it just turned, right? Mr. Jamali takes the stand. Wouldn't answer any question I asked him. He sat there like this. Oh, I don't understand. He looked at his interpreter. I don't understand.
He had an interpreter.
Over and over and over again. When the prosecutor asked him a question, he had no problem through the interpreter understanding. Never had a problem understanding. Not one time. I put the detective on the stand. Detective, did he ever have a tough time understanding you? Never had a tough time understanding him. Never had a tough time. Not one time did the detective have any problems understanding. You're in the jury room.
And that goes to further the case of potential perjury, right? Saying, oh, I don't understand what they're saying. You're under oath. Making that claim when you have an interpreter, you're now lying to the court, right? You're straight up lying.
Or in the trial. You're in the courtroom. You're in the courtroom. You're in the courtroom. He acted like he didn't understand any question I asked him. Every single question was like pulling teeth. It's like, huh? Oh, It went on and on and on. This is a fraud. This whole thing's a fraud. The cameraman? The cameraman! By the way, let's make something clear. They didn't convict him with the child. Your headlines can be about the child. No, they convicted
No,
her
it's
on
not.
the video.
It's all, no, they talk about the child, but it's the degenerate cameraman.
And from what I understand about the cameraman, he has a GoFundMe. And his GoFundMe, hold on, his GoFundMe is he died. He has a GoFundMe that he died. Give money to the cameraman who died. And from what I understand,
Good
he's
Lord.
well alive. This whole thing is fucking bullshit.
Mr.
This is a fraud. This is a fraud upon the community.
There it is, bro. Fucking bullshit. Absolutely true. Sharp Talon, hit it on the head. I expect a lawyer to zealously represent me, and this guy has passion. Not because he lost, because he wasn't able to represent his client, right? Not once was he's like, hey, we lost, like they put his foot around as a fair whatever. They're going to appeal this shit, and I hope it goes all the way to the Supreme Court, but I don't think it needs to. I think it's going to go the next step and be like, oh, wow, you guys really fucked this one up, guy. And that judge will just sit there on the bench regardless. Yeah, this lawyer is pretty fucking based, in my opinion. And, you know, the gentleman that's the lawyer, he will continue doing what he's doing. And I wanted to run through a few of these things just to show, like, over, I'm going to get rid of that one. Just over the few years, you know, of all the shit that's been going against our free speech, right? Let's go back to this one. Remember this senile bastard? Remember this senile old man, right? His farewell address. Remember all the shit he said? I'm going to play it for you. This is just a snippet, right? This is the mind of the left, you guys. This right here in 43 seconds is summing up what the left thinks, because it's all about their emotions. That's all they care about.
I'm equally concerned about the potential rise of a tech industrial complex that could pose real dangers for our country as well. Americans are being buried under an avalanche of misinformation and disinformation.
Oh, misinformation.
Enabling the abuse of power.
Because you're too stupid to know the
Free
difference.
press is crumbling. Editors are disappearing.
This
Social
is
media is
disappearing.
giving up on fact-checking. The truth is smothered by lies told for power and for profit.
Good Lord. And
We
people
must hold
voted
the
for this
social
guy.
platforms accountable
Isn't that nuts?
to protect our children, our families, and our very democracy from the
Democracy.
abuse of power.
Oh, the abuse of power. Shut up. You know, these people wouldn't know their ass from a hole in the ground, right? They just wouldn't. Remember this
talk
guy.
about something important today.
Let's talk
Because
about
it's time
something
to get
important.
back to our roots around free
Let's
expression on Facebook.
Yeah, okay. Anybody that knows when this happened, right? Look what you do on Facebook now. I don't have a book face. I don't fuck around with book
I started
face.
building social
Look at this
media
creep.
to give people a voice.
To
I gave
give
a speech
people
at
a
Georgetown
voice.
5 years ago about the importance of protecting
He's
free
all hopped
expression.
up on
And I
some
still
kind of
believe this
drug.
today. But a lot has happened over the last
$500,000 watch.
There's been
give a
widespread
fuck
debate
about free
potential
speech.
harms from online content.
Oh.
Governments and legacy media have pushed to censor more and more.
Let's get out of there. Not even gonna bother watching it. But you get what I'm getting at. The guy's a batshit crazy loon job. And everywhere you go, no matter where, Sacramento. If you want to she's whispering to the other guy, if you want to cancel anybody, we'll just fucking have them arrested, right? We'll just have the the sergeant of arms or whoever it may be, you know, just see them their way out, right? We'll have their asses arrested. Everywhere you go, free speech is just being trampled on. Go back to Kamala Harris.
Platforms
Kamala.
accountable for the hate infiltrating their
hate.
platforms because they have a responsibility to help fight
Or
against
hate.
this threat to our democracy.
Yes, always a threat to democracy.
If you profit off of hate, if you act as a megaphone for misinformation or cyber warfare, if you don't police your platforms, we are going to hold you accountable.
Which means shut down free speech.
Push back on this. There's no guarantee to free speech on misinformation.
Whoa. Let's go back to that. There's no guarantee to free speech.
We need to push back on this. There's no guarantee to free speech on misinformation or...
Really? So I can't tell a lie? So it's against like I don't have a constitutional right to tell a lie? That's what he's saying. That's what he's saying. You have no right to lie.
Or hate speech, and especially around our democracy.
But I also think there are Americans who are engaged in this kind of propaganda. And whether they should be
everything. If you disagree with them, Hillary says it's propaganda. You know, the deplorable propaganda machine, right? This demon goblin,
even in some cases criminally charged, is something that would be a better deterrent.
We will.
Yeah, sure. Okay, the Three Stooges, right? Thought they were all men, though. Well, whatever. They look like men. Remember when this dingbat? Look. Let's be honest, Donald Trump's Twitter account should be suspended. And it did get suspended. Remember that, guys? He started his own platform, True Social. These people don't fuck around. They don't fuck around.
Some historic ties.
Let's go to this one. This is a whopper. This is a whopper on free speech. You know, what the hell does the Holocaust have to do with it?
He was standing in a country where free speech was weaponized to conduct a genocide.
Because the Germans had free speech. No, they didn't.
A political party that has far-right views and some historic ties to extreme groups. The context of that was changing the tone of it. And you know that the censorship was specifically about the right.
No, I have to disagree with you. Free speech was not used to conduct a genocide. The genocide was conducted by an authoritarian Nazi regime that happened to also be genocidal
Socialist
because they hated Jews
Nazi
and they hated minorities
regime.
And they hated those that they had a list of people they hated, but primarily the Jews. There was no free speech in Nazi Germany. There was none.
There was
also
zero
no
free
opposition
speech
in Nazi Germany. They were a sole and only party that governed that country. So that's not an accurate reflection of history.
Well, he was standing in a country where free speech was weaponized to conduct a genocide.
There she goes, repeating the narrative.
He met with the head of a political party.
The Grand Master wizard over her with the puppet string said, continue with the narrative at all costs.
Extreme groups. The context of
crazy, guys.
Was changing the tone of it.
Absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. And you could go on and on and on.
Fixed when women
Gavin
come
Newsom's
together. Every problem that we have in society right now will be fixed when women come together and partner with our male allies and other allies. But when more women are in the rooms making decisions, changing the status quo and transforming not just our culture, but our society and our economy. I'll give you one example.
The brother
Look
fucker.
at Silicon Valley. Had more women been early on in those companies or at the tables of power making decisions, I don't think we would have so much or have allowed for so much sort of bigotry, racism, misogyny, and hate online. I don't think that we would have the anonymity of it. I think that there would have been ooh, that's unkind. That's not okay. You can't make money off of that, about dividing people, misinforming people, you know.
Jesus Christ. I don't even want to listen to the demon goblin. The demon goblin. Now look at this cock gobbler.
I think we need to push back on this. I think we need to push back on this. There's no guarantee to free speech on misinformation or hate speech, and especially around our democracy.
Oh, shut up. Nobody cares what you have to say. Nobody cares. And this is in Arizona. Had someone arrested for simply criticizing The government, guys.
This is the public meeting forum that you agree
criticizing
requests that I have open right now that are
the government.
pending legal review that I am entitled.
Her shirt says cyberbully the government.
Okay, are you going to stop the timer?
This is the public meeting forum that you agree to when you speak, and I want to read this to you, that there are oral communications during the city council meeting may not be used to lodge charges or complaints against any employee.
Well, your fucking rule violates the Constitution, tough guy.
Regardless of whether such person is identified in the presentation by the name or by any other reference that tends to identify him or her.
That's all fine, well and good, but that's a violation of my First Amendment rights.
So that's, well, this is your warning. Okay?
Your warning.
What?
A warning for attacking the city.
I would be warning his ass.
This is all factual information.
It doesn't matter.
You're violating my First Amendment rights.
This is what you agreed
Oh,
to.
this little paper right here. I bought this paper. You agreed to this paper.
It's not unconstitutional.
It is.
And if you're
the Supreme Court has upheld. I could get up here and I could swear at you for 3 straight minutes, and it is protected speech.
No,
yes.
By the Supreme Court, it is.
No, you can't.
Why don't you look at case law?
No, you can't.
I can.
So if you want to be
also the chair is engaged in debate, so point of order.
Do you want to be escorted out of here? Do you want to be escorted out
You're
of here?
You're violating my First Amendment rights.
Talking.
You are violating my
What a
First
Nazi.
Amendment rights.
Should have let her just speak and been done with it,
Do
right?
you want to be escorted out?
Sure.
Miss Massey? Because that's what's going to happen. And it's going to happen in the future also. Anytime you attack
Nazis.
That's why you changed the rules.
Or any
That's why you changed the rules.
This has been on the back of this form.
He signed the form. He signed the back of the form.
Constitutional.
No, it's
You're
not.
also engaging in debate, and so you should actually be yielding the floor to somebody else managing.
Chief, could you have somebody come down here and escort Ms. Massey out?
Really, is that necessary?
Yes, I think it is.
In front of my 10-year-old daughter, you're going to escort me out for expressing my First Amendment rights.
She can go with you.
I'm not leaving.
Nazis, they say, right?
No.
The cop, that cop should have did right there is just said, no, I'm not obeying an unlawful, unconstitutional order.
Expressing my do not touch me.
And that cop right there committed assault. That's assault.
Put your hands on me.
False imprisonment.
Do not put your hands on me.
False imprisonment.
Are you kidding me? Yes.
What did she say that was so fucking offensive?
Under what charges?
Okay, so
I have personal property. Hold on. You cannot touch me.
Yeah, I know. She can go out there.
This old man was probably getting the first hard on he's ever had in the last 20 years over that. Guarantee it.
Second.
Guarantee it he was. He was so happy. He was so happy about that. Let me see if I can find this last one I got. Oh, there it is. Perfect. He was so happy. Again, disorderly conduct noise, right? So you had a pastor out preaching with a bullhorn, right? Or music, whatever it may have been, right? Preaching, right? Absolutely batshit crazy what's going on in our country, guys.
Music. That ordinance means like music, not talking. If someone is offended by your talking, then we have a problem.
That is a constitutional violation of our rights. If you shut us down,
no. If they are offended by your speech, okay, then I'll write you this ticket, and then we'll go from there.
Wait, you're going to take us for offensive speech?
Yes, absolutely.
This is why, one of the many reasons, and I'm going to be a sexist here for a second, why women should not be cops. They always bring emotion into it. You can't go around arresting people for offensive shit. It just doesn't work that way. Saw the other day, a veteran, a Navy veteran, got arrested. He was blind, partially blind, walking down the road. And the cop thought he had a gun. So he stops and he shows, oh, it's a folded up walking stick. Fat ass cop rolls up and says, she thought you was armed. Well, I'm not armed. She sees I'm not. Well, we know you're not armed. Are you refusing to give us your ID now? No probable cause. Once they determined he wasn't armed, it was not, there is no way they could have continued doing anything lawfully. Can't even detain him at that point. They ended up arresting him. It's insane, guys. Free speech is under attack, period.
Serious speech. You're going to cite us for
It's called disorderly conduct.
No,
disorderly conduct. Oh, fuck your disorderly conduct.
This is the conduct
I'm
that
a
you're
retired
doing.
police officer myself.
For who?
26 years, federal law enforcement.
So it's federal. So this has nothing to do with local.
Wow.
It has nothing to do with local.
Yeah. Well,
do whatever y'all need, think that you can do.
Okay, whatever it says, whatever we think. Wow. It says 80 decibels.
Since y'all know the law so well, I'm not going to let y'all do
So I just want to clarify. If anything is said that's offensive, you're going to write a ticket?
If someone complains that your language or what you're saying is offensive,
pretty loud.
So there we go. There's the offensive language doctrine being enforced, right? And this guy, I believe, was preaching, the gospel. It's absolutely crazy where our country is heading, guys, with free speech. It is going down the drain. I mean, you could find these videos. You could just type in free speech online and you find them nonstop. I was going through so many of them. I just decided to pick the shorter ones that were less than a minute so I could blaze through them. I have a bunch more. I'm not going to go through all of them. But there's so many instances of this. It's actually batshit crazy. And I never really focused on it too much. I've always known the First Amendment is under attack. But to happen almost on a daily basis where you have people that are doing First Amendment audits, people out there on the streets, people that are not doing First Amendment audits, getting harassed for simple free speech, and we have courts agreeing, and it's always under the disorderly conduct ordinance, which is batshit crazy. So disorderly conduct usually is like for something like fighting in a bar. That's disorderly conduct, not fucking offending someone.
Well, can you tell her too that she can't cite us for speech is offensive because she threatened to cite us if we have offensive speech?
It depends on what you're saying, who's offended.
So if I say homosexuality is a sin,
it depends on what you're saying and who's offended. This cop right there, this dingback Heron, this officer here, sorry, wherever he is, fired immediately. If a cop ever violates the Constitution or their oath and tries to use the law as a cover to violate someone's or infringe someone's rights, they should never be a cop, ever. They should never be a cop.
So free speech does not include the...
no threats.
If you make fun of somebody, if you call them certain words and they feel offended by that, unfortunately, that is the part of the...
So if I call somebody, and I'm just saying this for clarification, if I say you're a faggot and they get offended, you're going to cite me.
That is a Class C ticket, unfortunately.
Unfortunately. So he's enforcing a law that he potentially knows by saying, unfortunately, that is wrong, right? And that goes to like sheriffs. They have the discretion. It's definitely sheriffs. Because cops, I'll let you guys in on a little secret about what a municipal cop is. They're nothing more than a salesman for the county the city, the municipal government. They don't protect and serve the people. They protect and serve the city. They're bound to enforce whatever laws are on the books. And that's the difference between a sheriff that's usually elected in and a cop. A sheriff can say, hey, your fucking law violates the Constitution. I'm not enforcing it. And we have that all through the country, especially with the Second Amendment area. In Washington, there's a county on the southern county that said, hey, one of your gun laws, we're not enforcing it. It's unconstitutional. So there is a major distinction between a sheriff and a fucking municipal cop, mall cops, right? And these mall cops, I mean, they could use their discretion and say, I'm not, when they pull you over for speeding, they say, hey, I'm not going to cite you for speeding today. But instead, you have what I call infraction officers. That's what they are. They're out looking for infractions. Civil infractions for what? What does a civil infraction do? It's a form of punishment? No, it's not. No, it's not. It's a revenue generation for the municipal political corporation that we call a city. That's all it's about. That's why you got speed radar traps. You have all this shit. It's about money. It's not about anything. It's about the money at the end of the day.
I'm not the one that makes the rules, but
absolute batshit crazy, guys. All through the country, everywhere you go. And I'm going to go into one that we probably know more in particular. This happened the other day, right?
Damn.
Here's another violation of First Amendment.
I can't come down.
I mean, just everywhere you look, guys. I mean,
who said that? I'm just saying.
You just saying what?
I'm just saying that.
You just saying what?
I just said that.
Get your dumb ass home. You come to start problems. That's what you're trying to do.
I didn't start no problems.
I'm educated, not have guns.
I got a fucking flag, bro. I got a flag. That's what I got. I got a flag. If I get shot over a flag, that looks bad on you. Everybody's so mad about American flags.
Pop, pop, pop. Where I'm from.
Yep.
Yeah, I wouldn't let someone pull up on me like that. I'm sorry,
Call
guys.
the police! Call the police!
Sorry, guys.
Call police!
My life's threatened when you start pulling up vehicles like that. Absolutely crazy, guys.
This shit hurts my heart, man.
Crazy. Crazy.
I can't even sit here without feeling like I gotta roll my fucking window up and lock my door because somebody walks by.
Well, that's why you need a firearm.
It's a fucking disgrace. No one can fucking have kids safe down here, especially if you're white, I guess. This shit's a joke. What the fuck has this state come to?
The country.
I look around every day, I'm like, there's so much exposing I can fucking do. This is a play place for any content creator. I can't get to anything that I want to. There's so much.
What crime is this guy committing? I mean, he's just a white guy walking down.
Absolutely crazy, guys. I mean, I could go through this for days, guys. I mean, absolute days. Absolutely go through this for days. But in my state, let me show you what they're doing instead. In this case, this guy is like the top sex offender in our state, right? They passed a law giving everybody a second chance, right? This guy commits crimes over and over.
Law was released from the Special Commitment Center on July 9th and is now living on Westlake Walker Drive Southeast in Enumclaw. Law was convicted in 1986 for raping and attempting to murder a woman he met that day. She suffered lifelong internal injuries. Law told experts evaluating him that he was, quote, a monster for 5 minutes and blamed the attack on shooting up a speedball of cocaine and heroin. He remained in prison until 2015 when the jury determined he was a sexually violent predator. He was remanded to the Special Commitment Center on McNeil Island. For years, the King County Prosecutor's Office argued successfully to keep him there. But then, on July 8th, experts for the prosecutor and the defense determined that while he is predisposed to commit future violent acts, he is not considered to be sexually violent anymore. In his evaluation of forensic
I wonder how they determined that. Did they chop his wee-wee off? Did they chop off the organs down there? That's the only way you could say otherwise. Isn't this crazy? Absolutely crazy what's going on in the state of Washington, guys.
Psychologists noted that it would not be surprising if, upon release, he engaged in future acts of non-sexual violence.
So I say non-sexual violence.
With that information, Washington law is clear that he could no longer be held on McNeil Island and had to be released. Neighbors are furious that nobody in the community was warned.
My greatest concern today would be
That's what's going on, guys, in our state of democracy, as they like to call it. In our state of democracy. In our state of democracy, First Amendment's getting stomped on. Why these piece of shits get to do as they please, right? Do absolutely as they please. Let me see. I have one more. Yeah, I don't. Okay, I got rid of it. Whatever. And I'm going to carry on to this. If you look at this, okay, I'm going to play this real quick for you guys. I'm going to play this for you guys because this is what's going on. They are protecting a particular group of people. Look at the what the gal, right? Miss Hendricks, right? Black kid, dark skin, Nigerian looking fucking piece of shit that needed an interpreter, right? Whitey, they were after Whitey, right? In all of these liberal states or liberal leaning states, they're pushing back. They don't want the American people to be able to vote this shit out. So what do? Well, we're just not going to follow
the Supreme Court. Well, we do
the law. We're not going to follow anything. We're going to do whatever the fuck we want.
Voluntarily, and we've found hundreds of thousands of people on those voter rolls who shouldn't have.
Yeah, and mind you, I forget which state it was. There was a glitch in their system that allowed shit ton of people to be registered to get driver's license and automatically registered them to vote. You're telling me that's a glitch? Okay, let's say it was a glitch. Let's say it was an accident, right? Let's look at what the machines could do, right? The accidental glitch, right? It's all bullshit. We are having our country slowly eroded from the First Amendment to the Last Amendment. And that's what's going on, guys. Like, period. Like, it's just a fact that that's going on. And it's batshit. Here's this is crazy.
This break in just a moment ago, New Jersey's Democratic governor, Mickey Sherrill, says
6,000 people. Elections are determined from 200 to 1,000 people. 6,000 people were franchised, right? The disenfranchised even more.
Jillian, it turns out that thousands of non-citizens were added to New Jersey's voter rolls, and some even voted because of a computer glitch.
A computer glitch, guys.
New Jersey's governor, Mikey
Who
Sherrill,
believes
says
that
a
shit?
software error in the state's motor vehicle system led to about 6,600 people who are not citizens being registered as Garden State voters when they applied for a driver's license. She says,
yeah,
the applicants
it's a glitch, guys. It's just a glitch, right? Like when they were the votes were switching on the machines. You vote for A, it gave you B. You voted for B, it gave you C or A.
Previous administration,
bullshit.
Democratic Governor Phil Murphy, and she's ordered the illegal voters be removed from the rolls.
It's unacceptable that the vendor released software with such a glaring error. It's unacceptable that the MVC took a year to get this issue fixed.
1 year.
And it's unacceptable that no one in the previous...
That is bullshit. It took a year for them to do something about it, and they knew about it. It took them a year after they knew about it to do something about it. No, they should have sent someone out to those 6,000 people's homes and said, hey, you know, and put it this way. Let's say you have a driver's license, right? You have a driver's license, you go in, you get a driver's license, and let's say you get into some trouble, it gets suspended. You still physically have the driver's license. Why didn't they just go immediately into the voter rolls or whatever it may be and suspend the registration? Well, that's because in that state, they don't have stuff like that. You know, it's not as secure. So this just shows that this is not a glitch. This is premeditated, period. You can't have a glitch in the system saying, oopsie.
previous administration brought this to light, demanded accountability, or took action when it happened years ago.
Well, the investigation says it found less than 400 of those who were improperly registered actually did vote. And of those...
Okay, so 400 people out of the 6,000 did vote. Oh, so let's downplay. So we have 4,000 people that were not eligible to vote that voted, right? Took them a year to figure it out. So how many elections did they vote in, and how did their votes skew the election one way or the other, right?
400, they were registered in all the parties. They were Democrats, Republicans, and unaffiliated voters.
Which means Democrat.
Over a one-year period from June 2023 to 24, and elections held during that
time. Key year, right?
Well, they included the state legislature.
What a coincidence.
Contests, school board elections in 2023, as well as in 2024.
What a coincidence,
Senate,
right?
Congressional races, and the presidential election, which Kamala Harris won by more than...
Yeah, there's always oopsies with the DEI hires. Always.
As governor
nothing you could do about it.
She won by nearly...
There's no fucking oopsies in this shit. It's a machine. You know, you have a machine, you press a button, the machine does what you want. Like, if I want to open my phone, I can't just say, hey, phone open, please. I have to tap the screen. I have to swipe, put in a code, right? Like, you control the machine. That's a very primitive example. But these programs, they're so advanced. There's no fucking oopsies. You're not oopsie. 6,000 fucking people registered to vote. Oops. Get the fuck out of here. Absolute batshit crazy, guys. Oh, speaking of Spencer Pratt, here, look at this. So, you know, if anybody watches car chase, like Smoke and Scan, you know, stuff like that, you know, car chases are kind of on the decline. And not because they aren't happening, it's because they're not chasing them anymore. So it's not becoming news anymore. This guy, look at this shit. You will not believe this. Another gas station. He had time to get out of his car again to refill his tank again. And he's filling up.
Oh, he's going to get gas.
He's getting gas again. Isn't this crazy?
Of relief here, although you can
tell he's just hanging out.
Enforcement has pulled off. LAPD has sent their helicopter off.
Yeah, and this is the news following him, guys. Not the police. The news is following him. There he goes, back off.
After a quick splash of gas, now back on the run here, but there's nobody behind him as he continues to drive
It's the news following him.
And now getting back onto Long Beach
This is not a police feed. This was the news, the local news following this guy. I mean, it's getting so crazy. And then you have dumb fuckers like this in the Congress, right? Like this woman, if you've ever listened to her speak, remember when Hillary Clinton tried to act like she was Southern? She says, "These aren't the whatever, she's trying to be Southern or whatever. This bitch does the same thing. She tries to be ghetto for the ghetto folk, tries to be ritzy for the ritzy people, tries to be Southern belle for the Southern folk. It is fake as a fucking $3 bill. This woman is absolute batshit crazy. Up there with AOC and Mundummy.
That captured the imaginations of the entire world when they saw all of these people of color that was playing for all these teams. And ultimately, if you recall, the last two teams, it was Argentina and Spain. And it seemed like the vast majority of the world was rooting for Argentina or...
You can't just sit back and take this serious, guys. I try not to. I sit back and laugh. Let me repeat this, okay? Let me go back. This reminds me of Mr. Johnson from Georgia, the senator that thinks islands floats. It was island of Guam. He had generals being serious as fuck. You know, General, if we station troops on this side of the island and they got on the island's going to capsize. And all generals are sitting back trying to be all fucking serious, like, we don't know that islands would capsize if you put troops on it. But the land is this big and that big, and it's like a floating ball in the ocean, and it's going to capsize and start World War XI again, right? The generals are sitting there like, that's the level of idiocracy this woman is, and I don't know if she's playing or is it just in her blood to be stupid, and I'm not being racist. There's just dumb people out there like AOC. Go back to the bar. Go back to the bar as a bartender. Like, running our government, get the fuck out of here. And her boyfriend, you look into this gal. Her husband's a crook.
Actually, against Argentina, right?
Let me go back.
Was last two teams, it
was
you got for all
the logic here, guys.
And ultimately, if you recall, the last two teams, it was Argentina and Spain. And it seemed like the vast majority of the world was rooting for Argentina, or actually against Argentina, right? And why was that? Just give me an explanation if you could get
We're in a
you'll just let them finish the answer.
Congressional hearing here,
They're
guys.
not the best team. Maybe that's why they were rooting for them.
There's also a racist history that exists as it relates
Mr.
to
Byer,
Argentina.
you're recognized.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jeff.
The World Cup that
bat shit, guys. Crazy. You can't make this shit up. It's like we're living in a fucking dystopia. It's like we're living in a damn dystopia. Like, there's no way around it. And in everywhere you go, no matter where you go, right? You have a class of people and then us. You have a class of people, then us. They're above the law. They don't have to follow the laws. They could get elected to Congress and say everybody that was rooting against a certain team, a football team, is fucking racist. Because that's how her brain operates. It's always class war. The only righteous war to them is class war or race war, right? You ever see that bumper sticker? The only righteous war is class war. But with these people, it's race war. It's batshit crazy. It's absolute batshit crazy. And then you have people like Mr. Fauci.
This massive dichotomy.
Mr. Fauci, right?
He was saying private.
Lied to the American people, lied to us, violated every right from the First Amendment to the very last, right? The lockdowns, the masks, the vaccines. I think this motherfucker should be arrested for war crimes. Period. He lied about the Wuhan Institute, the funding through from his department. They crafted it and put it in a narrative of it was research for something else, not gain of function. He absolutely needs to go to prison. And remember what Biden did on his way out with the auto pen, right?
Children's education destroyed.
With the auto pen. How constitutional is that?
Health industry
it's not.
Shattered.
He had a bunch of minions, and not only is it unconstitutional, the auto pen, the way it was used, because all presidents, let's go back to Jefferson, have actually used the auto pen, but they had direct knowledge of it being used, right? Joe Biden was a fucking vegetable. Let's be real. He was a vegetable. He pardoned Fauci for crimes in which he was never accused of having committed. He was not even arrested. He was not charged. Whatever, right? Convicted. Nothing. Just from this time frame to this time frame, I'm giving him a blanket pardon. That's unconstitutional. Read the Federalist Papers. Read the writings of our founders. They never intended to give the president that type of pardon power, period. Nowhere can you find anything that relates to, hey, you know, in the future, this gentleman might commit a crime. I'm going to go ahead and pardon him and everybody else, right? Think about that. Like, that is crazy. It's absolute batshit crazy.
I have to say, a lot of this stuff is in my book. But based upon
batshit crazy.
But there's something very dramatic.
Yeah, and exactly. And the next step is if we don't charge him, many of the statute of limitations will expire. So it's a twofold thing going on. It's absolutely fucking crazy. It's crazy, guys. Absolutely crazy. I'm going to run through the rest of these and be done and then go from there. I'm not going to go over that one because I don't give a shit. Oh, we'll go DSA after this. And this goes back to the argument again of the elites. There's them, and then there's us. Remember Burisma, the laptop from hell, all that stuff, right? Biden straight up lied, and there was a recent hearing that said, hey, we can no longer withhold, I think there were disposition transcripts or something along that line, and other things. They have to be released. The family was, the brother, everybody was in on the fix. They were all in on it. And I wonder how long Joey Biden was at this, right? How long he was in this game of trading out or selling out our fucking country, right?
I think that's what people need to be focused on.
It's dangerous as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they're not getting into it.
So this is wild. So in these documents she's holding right here.
Yeah, it is wild. Absolutely wild. I mean, I had a bunch of stuff. I could go on for days. I'm not going to. Let me go to this one. And this will be the last one. This is the DSA.
True.
Just give
DSA,
me sort of
right?
Your platform, and I want to ask you, just give me sort of a true or false on
eliminate the U.S. Senate.
Replace
the President, Supreme Court with an executive and judiciary chosen by and subordinate to Congress, right? Absolute crazy, guys. Read the shit scrolling.
And Supreme Court as we now know them.
Yep.
Abolish ICE.
Yep. I'm a fat pig.
Absolutely.
Put lipstick
Abolish
on her.
borders and give amnesty to anyone currently in the U.S. illegally.
Enact reparations, right? Did you read that? These are the people we're fighting against.
As a long-term plan, yep.
Yep.
Defund the Pentagon.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Abolish prisons, at least in large part.
Yeah, again, that as part of a long-term program, yeah.
Okay, so no prisons. Government or public ownership of most large corporations.
Only way communism works without
let's
prisons
go back through some of those, then.
is because they take you to a
Senate.
field and put you in a fucking
there are
hole.
people who are in the Senate now who are very supportive of DSA. They lose their seats?
Well,
I don't even want to look at this fucking dirty pig. Like I don't even have patience to listen to her. We all know what's going to be said. Is white man bad? White man caused everything. Every grief is because of the white man, right? And pivoting back to free speech, right? The free speech that we saw and should have been the absolute turning point where we're like, fuck, what's going on? But we keep having what I'll call these major events. You know, this is probably more important what happened here than what happened to Shiloh because she's still alive, right?
Great fellow Americans, I am
absolute
filled with
crazy
grief
guys.
And anger at the heinous assassination.
This is what the
Charlie
left
Kirk
wants to do to every single one of us. Keep
Charlie
this in mind.
Inspired millions, and tonight, all who knew him and loved him are
every
united
single
in
one
shock
of us
and horror. Charlie was a patriot who devoted his life to the cause of open debate and the country that he loved so much, the United States of America. He fought for liberty, democracy, justice, and the American people. He's a martyr for truth and freedom,
And the First Amendment.
There's never been anyone who was so respected by youth. Charlie was also a man of deep, deep faith. And we take comfort in the knowledge that he is now at peace with God in heaven. Our prayers are with his wife, Erica, the two young, beloved children, and his entire family, who he loved more than anything in the world. We ask God to watch over them in this terrible hour of heartache and pain. This is a dark moment for America. Charlie Kirk traveled the nation, joyfully engaging with everyone interested in good faith debate. His mission was to bring young people into the political process, which he did better than anybody.
Never. Not
ever,
one time. No one could point to one time where he was
love
violent.
Of country and to spread
or advocated violence, like the left will always say.
On campuses nationwide, he championed his ideas with courage, logic, humor, and grace. It's a long past time for all Americans and the media to confront the fact that violence and murder are the tragic consequence of demonizing those with whom you disagree day after day, year after year, in the most hateful and despicable way possible. For years, those on the radical left have compared wonderful Americans like Charlie to Nazis and the world's worst mass murderers.
And I'll stop there for right now. Why do they frame the right as Nazis? What did the Allies do to Nazis? Mind you, keep in mind when you put that in your head, it's a justification in their head, subliminally, however you want to say it. It justifies violence against that group of people. It justifies the idea that violence is acceptable because they are Nazis.
And criminals. This kind of rhetoric is directly responsible for the terrorism that we're seeing in our country today, and it must stop right now. My administration will find each and every one of those who contributed to this atrocity and to other political violence, including the organizations that fund it and support it, as well as those who go after our judges, law enforcement officials, and everyone else who brings order to our country. From the attack on my life in Butler, Pennsylvania last year, which killed a husband and father, to the attacks on ICE agents, to the vicious murder of a healthcare executive in the streets of New York, to the shooting of House Majority Leader Steve Scalise and 3 others.
Rand Paul got
Radical
stomped on.
violence
You know,
has hurt
there's a
too
lot
many
of people.
innocent people and taken too many lives. Tonight, I ask all Americans to commit themselves to the American values for which Charlie Kirk lived and died, the values of free speech, citizenship, the rule of law, and the patriotic devotion and love of God. Charlie was the best of America, and the monster who attacked him was attacking our whole country. An assassin tried to silence him with a bullet, but he failed, because together we will ensure that his voice, his message, and his legacy will live on for countless generations to come. Today, because of this heinous act, Charlie's voice has become bigger and grander than ever before, and it's not even close. May God bless his memory, may God watch over his family, and may God bless the United States of America. Thank you.
Right there, guys. Right there. When after this happened, right? Charlie Kirk, whether you agree with him, disagree with him, whatever it is, but this is the fundamental argument that the left will use. And I didn't queue up the video because I didn't care to look for it. But Charlie Kirk once said a few different times that banning guns, so on and so forth, in that argument realm, right? In that context, we'll say. And he said, unfortunately, the Second Amendment is so important that regardless, there's always going to be some people that are harmed by firearms, right? There's no way to eradicate it, because what's going to happen is people will just find other methods, knives or whatever. They'll find other methods. So the left will always argue that he preached violence because he said it's just the cost of our Second Amendment having that right. That's not true. They obviously did not put anything in a contextual framework and understood what he was saying. There's always going to be violence. There's always going to be nut jobs. There's always going to be someone to find a way to harm someone else. He never said, oh, well, people dying by a gun is just the cost of having a Second Amendment. He never framed it that way. He never said that. And they'll take little snippets and piece things together. It's just absolutely batshit crazy. Absolute batshit crazy. And that was then, right? So you go and you look at all the shit going on. And mind you, Erica Kirk was just in my state of Washington in Kirkland a few days ago, right? Now, I'm not saying there's a connection between the two, right? But in Seattle, we had that shooting that happened, right? It was a gang. It was actually gang activity. It was gang shootings between. It was a targeted killing, right? You have some people trying to say it's related. I don't think it is. It was a targeted gang killing. But what is the mayor doing? What is the chief of police doing? Already blaming the gun. Blaming the gun, saying there's things we need to do. No, what you need to do is clean up your fucking city. You're allowing the gang violence. You allow these criminals to get back on the street. You allow these people to get on $0 bond. It's insane. They are the cancer that's causing the problems, right? All gang. I'm not going to pull it up, but yeah, there. You could go to Jonathan Cho's website, see the gang, the people involved, and all that shit. I'm not going to pull it up because I don't want to get into a little scuffle with one of these people when I'm down there because I don't fuck around with the gangbangers. They don't want to fuck with me either. But either way, I'm not going to pull that up either. And I'm not going to pull that. And then lastly, this will be the last thing on the free speech, guys. This will be the last thing on free speech. And you're seeing it being eroded everywhere we go, no matter where you go. It's just being eroded. And this will be the last video. And then I will catch up on some chat. And I will open up the phone line shortly after that. This will be the last video. Just a minute long.
Call the police. I'm afraid of you, bro?
Call the police. Let's
Take
go.
your shit and go home.
Let's go.
Can't videotape in public, guys.
I will fucking drop you on the sidewalk. Put that in your hand.
Nice glasses, bro. See those glasses? Oakley glasses, guys. Rock the Oakley every day, all day.
Move out of my way because I'm walking through. Get the fuck out of my... Listen here, piece of shit. You scumbag.
Yeah, look at this.
Hey. What are you going to do? What am I going to do? What are you going to do? What are you going to do?
Hot sauce, brah. And then watch, he gets kicked in the balls by the other dude's wife. Square kick in the balls. Oh. And then the kids, what's sad is, you know, you're with your, maybe, I'm thinking maybe those are grandkids by the age of them, right? You have these kids, which the mother and the you know, in the orange pants and the purple top and the backpack, she should have been taking these kids, grabbing them and taking them into safety with their dog, right? And let the men fight. If the men are going to fight, you don't allow your child to get that close to something like this going on, right? You don't allow this to happen. This whole thing didn't make sense to me. And I think maybe the kids were not overreacting, but definitely reacting a little extreme. And what does the mom do? Or this gal right here? Rather than taking her husband, telling him to shut up, or grabbing the children, or doing anything that a logical person would do, she gets involved in the fighting, right? She gets involved in it. Right? Look at that. The children, like, why is she not safeguarding her children? That's my question. Why didn't she say, okay, my husband is getting in this altercation. He's probably done shit like this before. Let me take the two children. Let me go to the side. Let them handle this shit like gentlemen used to do. And that's another thing wrong with our society. If you want to go and have a good old brawl with someone and throw hands, I am all for it. I am 100% for it. I am so for it. I am so for it. But to allow your wife or your whatever significant other to put the children in harm's way, that tells me this gentleman is a cuck. Because if I get in an altercation, my other half, what is she going to do? She's going to take cover because she knows shit's going to go down. She is not going to get involved. Period. She's going to go take cover because it's going to get wild. And that's how you know this guy's a beta. His wife is getting involved. His wife is helping him fight the fight because she knows he's a cuck. And that's scary, guys. That is so scary. I'm going to just play it from the part where they start kind of wrestling. Right here, where the wife gets involved. Crazy. Absolutely crazy, guys. Absolutely crazy. And I'm not even going to play this. And again, well, I will. This will be the last one I play. Sorry, guys. It's only, what, 20 seconds.
No, you listen.
So the chief of police was out of Dodge, when the shooting in Seattle happened, right? And he got questioned by a reporter after the Seattle Center shooting, right? And he goes fucking chimping out. Another fucking DEI hire chimping out.
I have been here working as hard as I can for this city from the day I got here. You got that?
There are reports
you listen
but there
to
are
me.
reports that
You
you
got
are
that?
not often.
There are reports are wrong.
That's a violation of free speech right there. Let me go back. And then confronts him, pushes forward. Watch him.
Day I got
Starts getting physical with him.
There are reports but there are reports that you are not in town often.
Look,
there are reports are wrong. You
getting all touchy-feely.
You understand?
So when we're
I work.
Fucking DEI hire.
Thank you.
Coward chief of police. Absolute coward. That is a coward. Getting all emotional, right? Absolute coward. But either way, let me shut that down. Let me pull something else up, guys. And go from there. Let me just pull this up really quick. But aside from that, guys, I'm going to go ahead and open up this phone line. I got to actually turn it on, and I will take some of your guys' call. And I kind of want to stay on topic. I don't want to have any joke calls. I don't want to have any bullshit calls. So if you're going to call and bullshit, I'm just going to hang up on you or ask you to call another time. I want some serious calls, maybe topic. It could be open topic, but at least a serious topic. I don't want to hear nonsense. Let's just go at that. No, I don't want to hear Batman jokes or any shit like that. I'm just not going to tolerate it. But there we go. There's the number. Call in. I'm going to get something else up in the meantime. And I do need to turn this phone on. So, and I do have a voicemail set up now, guys. So if you get the voicemail ever and you want to leave a message for me, leave a voicemail. And I'll play it on the show, obviously, after I screen, the calls. Let me go here, turn this on. So I make sure it's on. There we go. And that is ready. Let me turn this down because it is loud as hell. There we go. Perfect. And the phone is active. There we go. So I'm going to just pull something else up that I was watching earlier. Where is it? Really quick, guys. And then I will catch back up with... Let me swap this out really quick, guys. Trying to have it yelling, but I'm going to have some sound. There we go. Perfect. But yeah, anybody that wants to call in, we'll have a little chat about whatever topic you want.
Wow, that was very beautiful, but this has not been an easy evening, all these awards. Do I have a say in those awards? Or those
Asking for a friend. Time limit? I'm not sure.
to be back at a place that I know very well.
No
because I
clue.
built it.
I have never called into my own voicemail.
And I'm very proud of it because I built it for $2.9 billion less than the Federal Reserve building, which is a lot smaller, by the way. Figure that one out.
Figure that one out.
But I am delighted to be here at the White House Correspondents' Dinner. Amazing people, a lot of people that I like. Some I don't like it all. But I respect most of them. I must say that you do a great job, amazing job, and it's an honor. As I said 3 months ago, the show must go on. We were back we were backstage, and we both wanted to just have it go on, whether it was 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning, it didn't matter. But in the end, it made more sense to do it the way we're doing it. And we had a great news conference at the White House, in a very important room. And you did very well. I think we all did very well. It was a hell of an evening.
Text POTUS to 45470.
And I think a lot was learned from that evening. Tremendous amount was learned.
Why does Joe talk about his income? I have no clue. That's the beef I got into with Joe. He was saying public shit on a public chat, and all I did was repeat it, Joe. And then Joe got angry at me. I don't know, Joe. I don't know. Or D, I don't know why Joe does that. I should say.
I'm only kidding. From the earliest moments after the attack on our dinner last April, I knew we had to reschedule this event as soon as possible. We had to do it very quickly, and we met very quickly, and we figured something out. But the attempted mass murder at the Washington Hilton, that's what it could have been.
That's absolutely crazy. Everything going on.
Itself, very serious situation. Many of you were there with me, and some showed extreme bravery, like Pete Hegseth, Steve Miller, Tom Holman.
It's crazy.
Really?
Canatard, I've never heard that one. That's funny.
Under the table, so
Joe, you got upset with Udfield? Yes. Joe and I had a nice little beef for a very long time. I think we both are over it now, but yes.
If they were smart, if they were stupid,
Joe's a Canadian. I got too emotional. I would blame myself. I allowed him to get the better half of me.
But after hearing the gunshots, many people yelled, "Get down, get down," which caused Nicki Minaj to start twerking.
Yeah, I remember that.
Get down. She's the only one that really.
That crazy batshit guy just fucking ran through the thing. That was crazy, guys.
But tonight we come back
crazy.
with an answer that
are you drinking Shine? No, this is water. Water.
And every one of us here this evening,
only way to really tell is no legs, right?
We do not
water.
To political violence. We can't do that.
And I wouldn't be down in it like that. You'd have to be crazy.
So in this country, we believe in freedom of speech. We settle our
want to talk? No, Joe. What do you want to talk about? You can call in. I ain't gonna stop you. That's why the phone line's open. It says open topic, Joe. Quit asking for permission. Just have a topic. Have something interesting to say. I don't care what the topic is. There's no Batman jokes. I don't care who calls in. I mean, if I'm allowing you in the chat, I'm obviously going to allow you to call, Joe. Come on, Joe. Let's think about this, Joe. But just don't rant forever like you did last time about fucking nothing. Joe who? Joe Block? Oh, that Joe. Did Trump's family violate any laws, Joe?
There is no better example of that than Officer Victor Gonzalez, who we just met. It was amazing. What he did was amazing. When the would-be assassin charged the checkpoint at speed, he was fast.
He was running. You remember that guy? He went from a measured pace to a full sprint, like, and then all those women Secret Service agents. Remember, see him running and buckling up. Another reason why women should not be police officers. Let me screen this real quick.
Ballistic vest, fortunately, was on, saved his life, and Victor did not even want to go to the hospital for a checkup. We insisted, really, we wanted him to do it. We insisted, but he didn't want to go. So to Officer Gonzalez, Secret Service, Metropolitan Police, law enforcement generally, and even all of the military who surround us in the room tonight, we salute you and we thank you with all of our hearts. Thank you very much. Great job. Great job.
All right, we got Canadian Joe on the line. What's up, Joe? What do you want to talk about?
Not much, Unfiltered. What do you want to talk about?
Well,
ask anything.
What do you think about free speech in our country?
It's pretty well the same as it is in Canada. There's some hate speech legislation that just went through, but I think you're free to say whatever you want, but if you say it to the wrong person, they're going to do something. It's always that.
So this evening we're...
Well, I can tell you
should have a right to say if something's wrong or right or whatever.
Yeah, well,
And I do like what America stands for.
Well, the thing is America's first free speech is not supposed to be in any way, shape, or form similar to that of Canada whatsoever. So if you see it that way, that is a major problem.
We're all free countries and shit.
Well,
we're not that different.
We are pretty different, Joe. So let's go back to the 1800s when you guys had what you guys call today the Constitution Act, right? It was amended in 1984, but it was originally crafted in the 1800s, right? And it was by the Parliament of the British government, right, that bestowed you what you call a charter to have a government. And allegedly in 84, the Crown relinquished their sovereignty over Canada, and you guys are allegedly a free country. I've read all the documents, primary source. I don't see that anywhere in there whatsoever. So you guys are still considered part of what is it, the Commonwealth?
We're part of the Commonwealth, yeah, but it's only in name. It's not in any stretch anything else.
I forget the exact title of the person within your government, but he's basically the overlord for the king. And anything this person within your government, if the king... Solicitor General, that's what it is exactly. He has the ability through counsel with the king to override things. So the king still, well, it used to be the queen, right?
You can't, I mean, it's not really, it's more of a ceremonial bullshit thing now, but it is there, yeah.
Yeah, but it's ceremonial because they've not invoked it. So the power still exists for them to do that. So therefore, you guys are not truly a sovereign country like America. We had a separation from Britain through, the laws of, we went back to basically the laws of nature, if you understand the social concept.
No, I get it. And sometimes I wish Canada would have done that back then too. But
back then they didn't. But moving forward, so I'll ask you this. So you have movements with what's his name, Tommy. You know what I'm talking about? I think it's Alberta. Tommy. My mind's kind of going blank on the name.
There's 2 or 3 movements out there right now with separation.
Yeah, so they're trying to basically make a state from, I think it's Alberta, one of the states, right, to move away from, make their own country, right? And it's funny because I actually was on his show about a month and a half ago, right? Call-in show. And he agreed with everything I said, but their movement is kind of not trying to be an independent nation away from Canada. Yeah, Tommy Temper, there we go. And his idea was that they were going to create another quasi-sovereign out of a quasi-sovereign, which is, it's kind of like a reservation within a reservation in a reservation. It's batshit crazy. It makes
it's not going to pass.
It won't happen. Yeah, exactly. It won't happen. And I got to discussing it with him. And just kind of the people within that movement, you're not going to get people that will say, your guys' politics are not right-left politics like ours. I understand it's completely different. It is way different politics. So I don't like to put Canada or other countries in the framework of right-left because it may be framed in right-left, but when we say as Americans right or left, it means something different. So I understand the distinction when you say right and left in Canada. It's not the same as our right and left, right? So his
well, there's a third party. There's the NDP, and that kind of always, I think they have no power anymore. But sometimes they were like this, the opposition or the second party. And I don't know if the U.S. had a third party, it would make a difference or just split the vote.
It wouldn't, because a different form of government. You guys have more like a coalition type government when you do have other parties, right? A little different. Yeah. Because the way laws are passed, everything fundamentally different. So it's hard to compare apples to oranges, right? But at the end of the day, the whole movement that's in Alberta, when I looked into it, it's the people supporting it, I think, are intentionally trying to disrupt it. And I looked into it. I'll compare this to the Tea Party movement in the United States. You had a lot of disruptors, people that were within the movement. Their actual goal was to disrupt it, right? And I see that within the Alberta independence nonsense. Is you have people, and when I was talking to Temper, you guys, and I understand the laws, you guys can't talk down about the trans people or the LGBT, you don't have the free speech, so to speak, to openly criticize them.
I don't agree with it. I think it's quite weird to do that to your body, but I agree with a person's right to do it.
So So their whole movement doesn't even address that. So it's like, we're conservatives. Well, conservatives don't think, in general, I'm speaking, that people have the right to do that kind of thing. And Christians, more in particular, do not believe that. So they have like a coalition activism in Canada with this movement, which is gonna be the primary reason why it fails, because there's not enough people that support it. Let's just be real. Even
it's going to be about 25%, and the vote in October is only about should we hold a vote. So
yeah, and then it goes back to what I was wanting to talk about. The Solicitor General is he has the power to override something like that. Maybe he'll invoke his ceremonial powers through the king, because the king is absolutely against it. He's a total LGBT trans activist himself, the new king, right? Whereas before, more traditional, this guy's more of like a green agenda kind of progressive, very progressive type of king. So I honestly believe Canada will start seeing more influence by the crown within our sphere or our region, which I think the United States needs to push back on.
I don't think so.
Well, we'll see. We'll see.
The thing is, with separation, back when I was about 14 or 15, I think it was like 91, Quebec had a big separation referendum, and it was 51.2 to 49.6, and the no was 51.2, so it was that close back then for Quebec to leave.
Right. You want to know my honest to God opinion? I think, how many provinces are there in territories total? Is what, like 40 or
10 and 2?
10 and
2? 10 and 3 maybe.
All right, so we'll say 10, and you got reservations too. So that's 12 extra states on the American flag. We'll have 62 stripes or stars, on the flag. So that's kind of what I'm looking forward to, is when you guys wake up to be in America, and then maybe we'll get Cuba, thinking maybe Venezuela, and work our way down to Mexico all the way to Panama. That would be a badass United States of America. We'll have the full Arctic, all the way, Alaska. That would be one big, beautiful country, wouldn't it?
Yeah. The thing is Donald Trump, other than, the hard conservatives, Maple MAGA, Robbie Rubin, he's kind of united Canada, saying, we don't like that, what he's saying.
Yeah,
so in a way, he's put us together.
That's true. That is true. He's basically making the people like, I see what you're saying. It's the reverse of what he's trying to achieve, right? By saying, hey, Canada, join us. Now Canadians are like, well, fuck that. We hate them so much. Now they're becoming more nationalists. I agree with that.
Well, we're not patriotic, because I guess you guys are still patriotic. Us, by comparison, would be whatever. We're patriotic. We love our country. But over the last year, there's been more Canadian flags and everything else.
Well, maybe he's doing that intentionally. I don't think so. But, I actually agree with that. I do see the pushback so heavy that people are like, well, fuck no, we like our country now. And maybe you guys can start getting your shit together. I'd like to see it, because you guys are going down the same gutter as any other country where they're allowing chain migration or migrants to come in. Put it this way.
We've closed our doors, actually, and pretty well closed our doors.
Pretty much.
In 2026.
Yeah. But you got to keep in mind, it's pretty much too late. Your country has already been infiltrated.
15 to 20%.
Right. That is enough to do a replacement. So, if you do the study, it is completely. And you got to keep in mind that the birth rate with Native Canadians, right, and the Native people or populations is far smaller than that of the people that are migrants. They produce in larger numbers. So it's just simple math.
Oh, yeah. I would say,
Give it a full generation or two, and Canada will be it won't be recognizable, in my opinion. I think it'll be a little India.
Art wants to come in.
What's that?
Art says he's got my phone three-way. I think he's cute, but not that phone. Three-way phone.
I can't hear you, Joe. Say it again. You got...
Art says he's got his phone. Do you want a three-way?
Are you saying Art? You're not
Art
maybe it's my headphones. All right, there we go. I hope everybody could hear. Yeah, I hear you now. It was my headphones. I have it on noise cancellation. There we go. All right, so Art wants to call. Art, call in, but yeah, I don't really give a shit too much about Canadian politics. Let's talk about something else now, Joe. But we got
gun rights. Someone says it doesn't even have gun rights. Actually, guns aren't mentioned at all.
You don't have gun rights. But yeah, if Art wants to call in, I could do a three-way because it does work. If you want to call in, Art, I got you. I will queue you up. Let Art figure out the topic. But yeah. Yeah, I mean, these headphones
I'm not
really,
anti-gun, but
what's that?
I'm not anti-gun, but it shouldn't be the most important thing in the world in terms of laws. Maybe there's more important things right now. It just seems to be a point that triggers a lot of people one way or the other.
Pun intended. So the Second Amendment, in very lay terms, in America, they're not for hunting, they're not for collecting.
Form of militia.
It's for to protect the state first, but if the tyrannical government ever happens, the people will always be armed. That's what it's about. And it's first, obviously, the militia to protect the state is the first order of business. But if the government becomes...
The law was written in the time that you were fighting for your very survival.
Yeah. And we're a small country.
Yeah, 13 colonies or whatever. 13 states.
At least Joe is a real person, as misguided as he is. All right, let me see what we got here. Let me mute this for a second, Joe. Give me a second.
Here for you to eat tonight, so it's very fresh. And Bobby also suggested an appetizer featuring his favorite cut of male raccoon roadkill. But we drew the line at that, Cheryl. We said, no, we're not going to do that. We're not doing that. We love Bobby. I'll tell you, it is a piece of work. You think it is fun.
All right, we got Art on the line now with Joe. What's going on, guys?
Not much. I can't stop thinking about camel races. From the call the other night.
That is. Hey, look it up. It's a big. It is a huge deal in the cloning.
Yeah. You were telling me.
I had to call in because you're talking about one of my most favorite subjects, the right to bear arms.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you got to break this down. Do Europeans have the right to bear arms, like in the UK?
I have no idea.
Hell no.
Actually. No, they do not.
Japan's is very hard to get it done.
You know what Japan has? You know what the UK has? They have gun violence, and they've outlawed guns.
Mm-hmm.
We are not the civilized species that all of us in the West want to believe we are. We're not that far evolved as a human species. There is still the majority of human beings who are not as pleasant as we would like to believe inside of our beautiful little castle known as Western civilization.
Mm-hmm.
So we need the right to bear arms because here's the bottom line. It doesn't matter how many drones you have and how many guns you can put on those drones. If you try to do a full-scale land invasion on the United States of America, it's never going to happen. United States citizens have more guns than the world. Do you understand that? We have
combined
more guns than the world combined.
I guess.
But
okay.
No, that's not. That's a fact. That's a fact.
And then you have to consider the states that have pretty much banned firearms, where there's low possession rates, right, compared to states that have, Texas, Arizona, right. So there's certain states also that are very concentrated. So it's actually kind of scary that if there were a land invasion, our enemy or adversary would probably think that out, right? Go through Canada, not much of a fight. Come up maybe through the eastern side of the country, or maybe Washington or Oregon. There's not no guns, but there's less, right? But in general, yeah, even our are states not friendly to firearms have more firearms than probably the whole of Canada, right? Like, let's say a state like Washington.
There's a lot in Canada, though, considering to the population.
Well, you guys have hunting rifles and shotguns and shit, but I'm sure you have other
automatic
things.
weapons are banned.
Well, we have automatics. If you buy the, they got rid of the tax stamp, but you just have to go through a background check, extended background check. So you can still have, they have to be pre-bans, pre 1986, but you can still purchase them unless you're military and police.
Yeah, and you have to understand about how the Second Amendment is radicals. Just like religious and politics and all this other stuff, they have the radicals. When you talk about the radicals of the Second Amendment, if I want to take a fire, and I don't want to get you banned, Unfiltered, but I'm going to say this little bit, and you tell me if it's too much. But if I want to take a weapon system and make it a fully automatic or semi-automatic weapon system, we're talking about removing millimeters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Changing the sear out
So
and the selector switch. Yeah.
Yes, we have those radicals, and there's more of those radicals concentrated in America because we have the Second Amendment.
Yeah.
We have the right to bear arms.
I got nothing wrong with somebody owning a gun. But anything over 5 guns seems...
Well, that's not for you to say. If you don't want to own 5
I know,
guns,
that's just my opinion. That's where people get me wrong. I state my opinion, and I'm jumped on, and I'm difficult to deal with, and whatever else. Yeah. I'm just stating my opinion. I respect, unless you're an out-and-out racist, I'm going to respect everybody's opinion on those streams. I'm going to shoot
that's
back.
Why we love Canadians. We can always convert them.
Yeah. No. Many have tried.
Oh, yeah. But I mean, in all seriousness, you got to see it, Joe. You have to understand it. Look at how many people we have in the West, right? We're a polite society. But the fact of the matter is, the rest of the world outnumbers us by a lot. And there's more of them than there are of us. And they don't
India,
care
China,
about
whatever, yeah.
India, China, Pakistan, Afghanistan, Iraq, Saudi Arabia. I mean, I can go. We can hit it down the list. Number of countries, but there are more barbarians, more savages in the world. We're not that evolved. Western society has evolved so far ahead of everybody else. We now have this weird stigma. I mean, I don't want to take over the show, but you got to think about. Look at what happened to Japan. Japan used to be one of the most masculine, ruthless countries that ever existed.
Whatever, yeah.
Even Nazi Germany understood the freaking power that was Japan. And now,
and Japan overthrew the mainland of China, right? And was always battling them. Yeah, Japan was badass, and it took those 2 nuclear weapons to tame them.
Yeah, it's funny as I watched the documentary on the day that the fat man, the little boy, came down. What the Japan government was going through, they were like, there was 2 sides, and one was like, screw it, fight on, we'll die. The other was like, give up. And it was hard negotiation for like a day and a half.
It was more than, see, the second bomb wasn't dropped until 3 days later. And then after the second bomb was dropped, there was still, I want to say it was about a week before they actually considered to surrender. And the only reason they were able to do that is because they had to move the emperor out of the his safe area so that he would be able to, because it was not even feasible at that time and age. It was better to commit the bad word that we can't see on YouTube. But when you look at the results of where they are now, 1/3 of Japanese men are so feminine now that 1/3 of them are still virgins and have not gone on a date, a single date. You might not believe that, but that's how and it's so feminized. The men
all became keepers?
Yes, they're looking into the dolls. I don't know what you would call those dolls in a polite society, but yeah, that's their thing, because they don't want the responsibility of a family. They don't want to take on that masculine role. And that will never happen in America. You got to look back to the Spartans and the Romans and the Greeks. They held masculinity in such a high degree. And
yeah.
It was necessary.
Do you still think North America is like that?
I absolutely know North America is like that. And it's only because of my experiences in my life living in all these other countries. You know, I've lived in 5 Muslim majority countries. I've traveled the world a lot in my life, and when I come back to the West,
there seems to be a thing with the current generation, 30 and under. There seems to be a lot less machismo, or I don't know what to call it.
Testosterone.
Yeah, the masculinity is going away. Men aren't being men; they're being feminized, like kind of like Japan, right?
We gotta keep it going.
Exactly. All right, Unfiltered. All right, Joe. I'm gonna. My son's going crazy, but I just thank you for letting me call in.
Well, I appreciate you guys calling in, as always.
It's good to have a good chat with you boys, eh?
All right, take us out with the Lord's Prayer, though.
If you women don't find you nice, they should at least find you handy. Keep the stick on the ice.
There we go. All right, thanks, guys. All right, there you guys have it. Joe, Canadian Joe.
Bruce Springsteen in the aisle.
And Art, as always. Art, will have Art on one of these in this week coming or something. Always got fascinating topics. I'll let him pick a topic and we'll run with it probably next week sometime. But I do have some important news to break with you guys. So I've reached out. I'll tell you after this call. Let me screen it, guys. This is important. Someone's got to remind me in the chat, though, about the important news.
People don't realize. And there's one time in particular when Barack Hussein Obama hosted it. Do you know who that is? And he hit me hard, but actually he hit me with respect. I was sitting with Melania at a table, and you had Brooklyn Decker, supermodel.
Whatever, I think that was Batman. But either way, back to the news, guys. Back to the news. So I have reached out to the none and only Pink Moon Lust, and I think I might have secured her very first interview. So be on the lookout for that, guys. It's going to be interesting. I might only stream it on Rumble so I can say some shit that I can't say here. But I think I secured an interview with Pink Moon Lust, guys. Let's go. She is a porn star in her own right.
He was good, and it had.
We will have her on for an interview, guys. This is going to be great. But either way, but on a serious note, I also have reached out to. Let me turn this down a little bit. On a more serious note,
I've gotten so many calls.
There we go. I also reached out to the candidate for Portland Council, I think seat 3 or 2. He was in the X space yesterday, Dyer's X space. The gentleman there, so I might be doing an interview with him as well. Probably going to be on, not really, I don't give a shit about his candidacy. I'll be very honest with you. He is an attorney. He's done civil litigation, but he does estate planning and stuff like that. I want to get into a discussion about the constitutionality of some things and 14th Amendment and the history of like the black vote, or the black voter, I should say, more in particular. And I don't know his stance or what he believes, but I'm going to hit him with, that's going to be the topic. I would like to hear it from him as being someone that's a conservative black person kind of thing. I want to hear it from him, like his thinking, his thoughts, have a discussion about 14th Amendment and, the Democrat Party and why blacks used to only vote exclusively Republican until recently in history. I would love to get him on for that topic, and also obviously talk about his Candace as well. Give me one second, guys.
In my opinion, unfairly. I know unfairly because I know the facts, but I got treated unfairly. I didn't go. And this year I was called by your president and your chairman and all of the people, and they said,
well, Batman, you're getting blocked, and I don't think I'm gonna ever let you speak again now. Just for that, bro. So let's start blocking Batman. He calls from all these random numbers, guys.
I didn't know it was going to turn out the way it did.
Fucking Batman.
It turned out to be the biggest event in the history of your day. That was by far the biggest, right? For all the wrong reasons.
Yeah, anybody call it open topic, whatever topic you guys want to call about, we'll talk about. Dare me to call Chris and Danny. Call them, bro. Call them, Joe. You got to say, meatwads live forever. Don't ignore the Australian. Oh, yeah, what Australian? Casey or the other one? Oh, let's go. $2 super chat. Thank you, Bell Miner. Appreciate that. Don't ignore. I won't. Champion, yes. How the hell do I block this guy's number? Block. There we go. Blocked, Batman. And I'm going to block you everywhere now, bro. Batman's going to be the first person I block, guys. On every platform. Come on, Batman. Yeah, McGinnis. Yeah, it's if he calls in, I'll have him on.
Stephen Colbert, these are people without talent.
I don't ever understand what the hell he's talking about, but hey, whatever the hell language he's speaking. We have 93 viewers and we have 93 likes. So if you guys have not taken the time to hit that like button, I'd appreciate it if you did. And hit the like button. And we are streaming you guys on X, Kick, and Rumble. So I'd appreciate if you guys give me a follow on all those platforms. Let me get this pulled up on Rumble. I'd appreciate if you give me a follow on Rumble. If you don't have a Rumble account, I suggest you set one up because I will be streaming some exclusive stuff on there at some point very, very soon. And you won't find it anywhere else. So if you want to catch me, you're going to have to catch me on Rumble when we start streaming some stuff over there that's not going to be anywhere else. So I'm going to share a link in the chat, guys. It's going to take you to my Rumble page. If you don't mind giving me a follow, I'd be much appreciated. There's the link, guys. Give me a follow on Rumble. That'd be great. That would be great. They took down the number on Chris and Danny. Oh, did they? Probably got some batshit crazy people. Cigars and beers. Yes, cigars, beers, whiskey. Yes, we're going to have the laid-back show. You know, Art's perfect for it, you know, with the laid-back, chilling kind of status thing. Have whoever on, have guests on, things of that nature. Ed Eagle over on Rumble. Appreciate the follow over there, Ed. Appreciate it. And what I do like about Rumble is it's very pro-American. The emojis are like Donald Trump dancing, American flags. It's just pro-American, guys. I'll be real. It's probably my home. And Sharp Talent always over there. Appreciate that, Sharp. Sharp's always there. Appreciate that, Sharp. But yeah, anybody call in, any topic, general topic, I'll answer the phone. We'll go from there. I need to put this thing on the charger, though. Give me a second, or it's going to go dead.
159 boats.
There we go. In fact, I said, good boats. Some of the best boats ever made.
But 159, but all at the bottom of the sea. They have no radar.
I tried to call into Danny and Chris's yesterday, and I think they just have like a ghetto app. And it just kept going to voicemail. I called I felt like I was blowing this shit up. I called probably 20 times, and it just kept going to voicemail. And then Chris is like, well, you have my actual number. Why don't you just call me? Like, fuck, I was already going to bed. So I should have just called his regular phone number, but hey, you know, I'm a Trump supporter. I'm not that smart. Give me 1 second, guys.
We will not let them have a nuclear weapon. And they would use it. They would use it if they had it. But Oz, I do have one question about what happened that time because he was there. How the hell?
Oh, and another thing. No stupid ass AI.
He sees there. He's telling me about your grandmother.
Appreciate the call, though.
Why the hell didn't we?
Something about a delivery driver.
Gets up here. Why didn't he see that coming? But of course, this evening it's really all about the fake news media and your handling of prizes, writing and producing and performing.
You've been briefed. Yes.
Like the Academy Awards. You know, Academy
what
Awards
up, Rick? How we doing?
the epitome of ratings. Outside of the Super Bowl, it got the second most ratings. Now it's down in the dumps. Nobody wants to watch it anymore because they
Is Trump phoning in? Yes, very well could be. He left. He did my voicemail. You guys hear the voicemail? Trump had made a custom message for me.
Right, Peter? Nobody wants to.
Thanks to AI Trump.
They used to have 48 million people. Now they have 2 people watching. But they'll learn their lesson. But I want to personally congratulate CNN's Caitlin.
Chillin', Rick. And Rick, I just announced it, but I'll announce it again since you're here. I think I have secured an interview, the person's very first interview with Pink Moon Lust. I think I have secured the interview. So we'll see how that goes. Haven't set up the day, but we are in communication setting it up.
We attack, and I thought Caitlin.
Everything about you is disrespectful, Dylan. That's funny.
Sponsorship, but then
okay. I said it this morning. Okay, well, I'm saying it again, damn it.
On the Bud Light can, it was
got a little more progress on it.
And Dylan Mulvaney caused
we'll see what happens, though.
35
unfiltered peak.
in market cap. That was the worst commercial ever made, by the way. For
Unfiltered
those
lust.
People that want to hear that. Most people don't care, but I would. I wouldn't want to hire Dylan anytime soon. Think of it. They hired Dylan Mulvaney.
It's so tired. You couldn't convince. A Canadian could not ever convince an American of anything. I'm just telling you guys that now. Canadians, in our country, Canadians are like. Canadians are not important, guys. I don't know how to explain it. It's not a disrespectful thing, but the Canadians we look at like as second-rate citizens in their own country. So why would we give a shit about what they say in ours? Like, and that's just the reality. I don't know if anybody that's like, oh yeah, those Canadians convince me. Convince me. Ron Pink Moon collab.
And he's a workhorse, and yet.
Yep. No saving her. Just talking to her. But I am going to say, please hiss at me. If anybody's watched her, it's hilarious. I watch her lives. I watch her lives.
Is also here, and I'm very disappointed.
Take a double of unfiltered lust.
He's had a rough couple
yeah, exactly, Rick. I don't even think about Canadian. Yeah.
I pick it up, pick up my phone. I used to go to this young lady. I'd say, any calls?
I just don't ever think about Canada, ever.
I said, oh, now I'm the president of the United States, right? I'd say to Stephen Chung.
I don't ever think about Canada.
He's one of the toughest human beings I've ever met.
Yeah, Canadians are French light. They're not even Jacobin level.
But I say,
the Canadians don't even know what the Jacobins did or understand what happened there either.
You know, when I was a developer, I'd get a call every half an hour. For whatever reason, I always got disproportionate press. So I said, Stephen, nobody called? No, sir. 2 hours later, I say, hi, Steve, how are we doing? Everything good? Anybody call?
Yeah, Joe, when I called in 20 times and they never picked up. Did it at least ring and go to voicemail, or is it just going to a voicemail?
No, sir, no calls.
Because if it's ringing and ringing, you're good.
So I said, you know,
they're just not answering. But when I was doing it, was just voicemail.
Thing I ever did.
It rang one time.
Call every 3.7 minutes. Stephen, I don't know where the hell you've been. But the press calls, I'm getting calls, ring. I was with somebody today.
ring.
I've never heard a phone ring as much as press. Now, I look at the thing and usually just delete. Every once in a while, it'll be one of the people in this room that I like, and I'll pick it up. Like this one right here calls me on occasion, right? She'll call me and she says, hello, sir. How are you? We want to talk about some horrible subject, like a horrible depression.
Horrible.
I say, Jackie, I don't want to talk about it. Congratulations, however, on your new marriage.
Horrible.
I don't want to talk about it, but it's true. And people call me now, and so for weeks I go no calls. And I learned then that both of them
absolutely horrible.
That I'm doing a great job, and they feel I'm above it all, and that no person, hundreds of people call no person, is good enough to talk to Trump. And so we don't even bother telling you. That's not the way.
Oh, we got an out of the country number, guys. Give me a second.
You're much better at putting your name. Because if there's no name, I just can't do that. You know, I pick up every once in a while. Hello, I'm from Reno, Nevada. We're a startup paper. We're calling us the Reno Express. I said, do you believe I'm the president of the United States? Mr. President, could I have your views on Iran? And I just hang up. No, I get the craziest calls. I mean, some of them, my wife said, I can't believe you do this. This is a hell of a way to live. But sometimes they get calls from very important. Sometimes I can straighten out.
All right, so we got McGinnis on the phone, guys. Here we go. What's up, bro?
I always find that when you don't,
mate, your little buddy named Belmont told me to give you a call.
Did he now? How much did he pay you this time?
150 in Bitcoin.
Oh my good lord, baller here, huh?
Yeah, Belmont is handing out the Bitcoin.
Damn, I need to set up. I need to put my wallet on the stream then.
Send it to Bell. He's got it. He's got all the cash.
He's got all the cash. He's got all the Bitcoins. What's going down in your part of the world?
Hey, you know, we had yesterday, everyone in Australia got a notification on their phone from the government as like a warning service.
Oh, geez.
And apparently it made the news in the United States. I was told that Steve-O from Ohio told me. And hang on, I'm trying to find the screenshot. Where is it? Hang on. I'll tell you what it said. So the government's like taking over your phone and just sending you a message because China's coming here. Right? China's taken over. Or they want to take over. They've taken over. It said, yeah, critical Australian alert, text message, and everyone's phone had a siren going off all at the same time. Test message, Oz alert. This is a test of the Oz alert, Australia's non-emergency warning system. No action is required. In an actual emergency, follow the instructions in the alert to keep yourself and others safe. This is the Oz Alert website. They're bringing this in now because China's been taking over this place, man. They've taken over the dairies, the waterways. They're taking all the baby food from the stores and sending it back to China. It's happening.
Yeah, China is using their BRI, which is a Belt and Road Initiative. They're going after all these countries, especially within their sphere of influence, we'll call it, which Australia obviously is to a degree, especially strategic military stuff, right? It is actually nuts what China is doing.
Yep, that's right. And then I think it was like a week and a half ago, the Prime Minister is a douchebag. He went to Fiji to sign like a peace thing, like a protection thing with Fiji. And China didn't like that because China's been trying to buy up all the islands in Fiji. And so they sent a warhead without a nuclear missile on it, and they sent it our way as a thing to say, you know, stay out of it.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
It's crazy. So yeah, the government has set up that thing, and it just takes over your phone, and it's like a siren, and everyone got it yesterday. It was crazy. I'm like, what's going on? Critical alert.
Yeah, that's what they say is going on, right? Oh, it's just for emergencies, right?
True.
Who knows what the hell's going on? It could be a download, it could be an upload, it could be both, it could be anything, right? It's a location, figuring out, location through, whatever means, right? Absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
Absolutely crazy.
Yeah, man. Yeah, no, so that's what's going on here. There's a lot of weird stuff happening here. We're sort of like, the butthole of the world, and yeah, there's lots going on here.
Holy shit. Yeah, well, Canada, I keep saying Canada, but you're in the same boat as Canada where your government kind of is batshit,
We're a part of the Commonwealth.
Exactly. Same shit. It's bad.
We run under Britain. The same as Canada.
Good Lord.
So King Charles is he's our King Kabubi. Like, we got to live under him. And what's happening in England, it's happening here. It's happening in Canada. Like, this place is just so socialist and it's turning communist. It's crazy, man.
Yeah, and there's nothing left to really do but obviously offset the communist overlords, because you do have true communists coming in and trying to take over your country. And what's funny is they don't even have to take it over through conventional means, right? You're seeing them come in with the economics, with the strategic assets, with the like you're saying, the agriculture. In other countries, I don't know how much raw material as to like building materials, we'll say like lumber, but things of that nature. It could be raw materials from mining, whether it be copper or steel or whatever. Yeah. They're taking everything over.
Yeah.
Absolutely taking everything over.
We've got like the hugest, like the steel, the raw stuff. It all goes to China. All our coal, it goes to China. All our propane, it goes to China. And you know what the idiots do here? They send all the propane to China, then we import it from Bahrain.
Jesus Christ. Isn't that bad? That makes so much sense, right?
It's stupid. Someone's getting paid off, man. Like, I used to work in the propane industry, and yeah, we've got enough propane here to last 20, 30,000 years. It all goes to China, and we import it. Why would you import it from Bahrain? From like what is that about?
Absolutely crazy. Well, it's debt trap. It's a debt trap. It's an actual technique that they use. I'll give you an example. Like in Africa, they'll pay out the corrupt ass government and say, listen, we want access to this port, right? Strategic port for 99-year lease or whatever. But if you don't pay up or whatever it be, we actually take ownership. And they're doing that throughout the world. I'd imagine Australia probably is giving China some type of access to some type of strategic, whether it be an airstrip, it could be just simply fueling in your country is enough.
The government sold the port of Darwin to China.
Oh, really? Holy shit.
Our most northern port, where Japan bombed it in, I think, in 1942, and the Americans saved us, and, we got it back. The government here sold our most northern port to China.
Jesus Christ. That is absolutely...
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, and,
and then they're shutting down all the coal-fired power stations here and putting us all on wind farms and solar to save the world. But all the coal, we got so much coal, it's crazy. All the coal's going to China. Our electricity bills have like tripled. It's ridiculous.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing is they use the green energy. It costs so much, and that's what I'm dealing with where I'm at in the state of Washington. Is they're using all this green energy. The average person would shit their pants on what I pay a month. It's it's bi-monthly. My electricity bill just at my home, I'm telling you, people should not even believe me. I'll have to go grab a bill. But my last one, I believe, was $1,400. That's for every 2 months. So do the math. That's
wow.
That's a lot of money. $700 a month.
Close. And so compare that to Aussie dollars. That's nearly like 3,000 Aussie dollars. That's crazy. Yeah, and that's about what we're paying too, because there's stupid wind farms out there. But you know what? When the wind doesn't blow and there's no sun, there's no power, then we get brownouts.
Yeah, and then you have no power, and let's fire up the coal plant. Well, we don't have those anymore.
Yeah. That's right, because these greenies are shutting them down, man. And yeah, there's a racket going on here. We're onto a butt.
Yeah, you guys are getting the royal screw without the lube like everybody else by China, and it's just happening. I don't know if you guys like it like that, but that's what's going on, bro. Let's be real.
You know what? I'd prefer to be in the U.S. I've been there so many times. I love it there. I wish I lived there. I wish I was there, because I just know it's just. And you've got your freedom of speech. There's no freedom of speech here. You tell a cop to F off, you're going to jail here.
Oh yeah. I watched a video of a guy in Australia, and all he was doing was posting something online. He didn't even post it. He reposted something that was like against the LGBT. Yeah. Oh, and they came knocking on his door within an hour. They're like, "Hey, did you repost this?" Right. It's batshit crazy.
Yeah, that's right. I'll still come here and arrest you for a Facebook post. That's why I deleted Facebook, man. I don't want nothing to do with it, because I know I'll end up in trouble. It's, you know what? Here's a random thing. GTA 6, when it comes out, you now have to provide your driver's license to download it and buy it.
What the hell? Really?
Yeah, in Australia, you have to provide ID to buy that game.
Wow, that is batshit, man. That is batshit. You know what's crazy is imagine just you calling in and just making various comments. You haven't said anything off the wall, in my opinion, but the government might find it off the wall, right? And come to your house and like, well,
that's
you
right.
said on the phone.
They will come here, yeah.
They'll come knocking on the door. You know?
That's right, exposing them, man. Just like if you, oh, sorry, my dogs are going crazy. If you, things like the young under 18. Oh, hang on, sorry.
Damn dogs.
The dogs are going crazy.
Yeah,
you gotta be over 16 now to like use social media. But all the kids got around it.
Yeah, these kids know all the back doors and shit. Yeah.
My opinion is it's not the government's job to tell us what our kids can and can't see.
Well, they sure believe it. They disagree with that wholeheartedly, right? But and then they have the force of the law.
Yeah.
And then you're a country. Australia is similar to Canada in the ability that in the sense that you guys have the same level of rights, right? Free speech doesn't exist. Firearms doesn't exist. Right? Right to assembly doesn't exist.
You can have firearms, but to get them, you've got to jump through. I had firearms. I had a shotgun. I had a rifle. They come inspect it. They just turn up, right? I moved house, and they were in their safe in a cupboard, but I hadn't bolted the safe to the ground. You know what happened? They confiscated the gun.
Oh, wow.
Took me to court, and I ended up with it. I got a 10-year criminal record just because I didn't have the safe bolted to the ground.
Holy shit! What did they go in there and start rocking it? Like, oh, good lord, that is crazy.
The cop picked the safe up and said, "Let's just take the whole thing."
Oh my good lord, that is crazy. That is crazy. And we're in the state I'm at, they're starting to get a little crazy with coming in the home. You have to have firearms and safes and stuff like that. It's like if your home gets broken into, realistically, you want something readily available, right? You don't have time to go put it in the combo in the safe and load it and all this. Like, hey, criminal, give me a second. I need to get my firearm and load it, right?
Yeah,
it's batshit crazy.
The gun's got to be in the safe, and the ammunition needs to be in a box with padlock,
separated.
And because I didn't have that all sorted when they turned up, I didn't have it sorted out. Yeah, I didn't get arrested, but I got taken to court. Yeah, man, and I got a criminal record for 10 years now. And if I want to come visit the United States, I'll probably have problems now. Like if I want to come and visit, because I got a criminal record for something so stupid.
So crazy, and
I could have the gun sitting out on my, wherever in my lounge room, but because that safe didn't have 2 bolts for into the ground,
yeah, now you're a criminal. Yeah, well, in America, the criminals they could be prohibited possessors and still just own firearms. So the criminals don't follow the law in our country. They got guns. They cause all the violence. They don't give a shit about the law. The law infringes on the law-abiding people. That's why it's the law. Criminals don't follow the law. It's a very simple concept.
That's right.
I don't understand why the politicians don't understand it.
Yeah, if they want a gun, they'll get one.
Yeah, where there's a will, there's a way, right? It's just batshit
whether
crazy.
Whether they're a criminal or not, they'll get one. Yeah, no. So, so that was in 2019 for me. So come 2029, I'm going to see if I can reapply and get my license back. But I mean, they just took the guns and destroyed them. That's my property. They just took it and destroyed it.
That is crazy. That is so crazy.
And I don't have a leg to stand on.
Yeah, not in a country like that. Yeah, you don't.
Yeah, no. And it all come down to one man back in the 90s. I think his name was Martin Bryant, where he did a mass shooting in Tasmania. And because of that, all the laws changed. And because of one person, the other probably 5 million gun owners, we all suffer.
I know. I read about that. The one shooting. There was a couple other incidences, but they're like, oh well, we're just gonna get rid of all the guns. But now you have stabbings are up, and people running over people with cars, assaults, simple assaults through the roof because nobody can protect themselves. It's crazy, and it's kind of a global thing going on.
Look at the guys in Bondi that did this thing at Bondi with the Jewish people.
Yes,
they still managed to get guns, right?
Yeah, exactly. All right. So yeah, it's like, come on. Like I said, where there's a will, there's a way. If a criminal wants to do what they're gonna do, they're gonna figure it out. They're gonna do it. It's the law abiding that are always hurt at the end of the day by these draconian laws, and it's the craziest thing ever when your overlords, the politicians.
The way I look at it is, I'm an adult. Let me make my own choices.
Yeah, yeah, right.
If I go ride an e-scooter and fall off and hurt myself, that's my fault.
How dare you think for yourself?
Yeah, exactly. And that's how it is. You don't let it think for yourself, man.
Oh, good Lord. How dare you?
I just saw your chat, Purple. Yeah, that's me. Paul and Andy's #1 boys.
Are you the guy? Hey, are you the one? I'm 61 years old, something educated.
No, that's Steve-O.
Okay, that's the other dude.
Steve-O, Marino, Ohio. Yeah, he's my best boy, Steve-O. But I'm the other idiot that calls Paul and Andy.
Well, I got the voicemail set up, so take the number when I'm not on. You guys send me some fucking good voicemails, like, you know.
Sure.
I need a good one. I need to add some shit to the soundboard.
The things that we say to Paul and Andy, man, he's like had enough of me.
Driving him crazy and shit.
Belmont, I'm so famous. Belmont got me to prank call his girlfriend for her birthday.
Oh, good Lord.
I'm getting cameo requests, boys.
Yeah, right. Hey, maybe you'll be a paid actor, be able to go to Hollywood and come to America, right? Leave the hellhole.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, man. All right, well, hey, it was good to talk to you, man. All right,
brother. Thanks for calling in. Call when the show's over. Give me some love on the voicemail and help me make a soundboard out of something.
100%. 100%. And you can thank Belminer for the call. He paid for this with his big coins.
Paid for by Belminer.
Sponsored by Belminer.
Right. Fair enough. Sponsored. Well, I appreciate you calling in, brother.
Awesome, man. Take care. Love you guys.
Have a good one. All right, there you guys go. That was an Aussie. An Aussie called in. Appreciate it. Appreciate that. Always important to see how other people are suffering in the world while we're not. The little bit of suffering we're having isn't shit compared to the suffering elsewhere, right?
Nobody gives a damn about anybody else. The New York Times the other day had 5 stories about.
I saw Mr. Raw Tactics in here. Josh, what's going down, bro? How we doing? If you're still here. And someone called in while I was on the phone. I didn't see who it was, but if you're trying to call in and you're still here listening, go ahead and call in. Phone is open for anybody. Open topic. All I ask, you have a good phone, no echoing in the background, and no AI and no dumbass jokes. And you could be naked if you want, because it's a phone. But yeah. Yeah, Mig Guinness, yeah. Let's hope he sends me some good voicemails. That would be great. But the phone will be always open. I'll just have it straight to voicemail. So when I'm not on, save the number, guys. Leave me some good voicemail. No shirt is okay. What up, Will? How we doing, bro? Turn stream off before calling in. Yes, exactly, Rick. Turn the stream off before calling in. The mayor of Munchkinville. Wow. Here we go. This is what made the left chimp out right here, guys. The left is like, oh my God, he's trying to overthrow the government. He put on a hat.
I'm gonna do it again. Should be easy. I'm getting very good at
He put on a hat that said Trump 2028.
Did very well the second time, by the way.
Oh, and I must inform you guys, Pink Moon Lust is a Trump supporter. Is a Trump supporter, guys. She's for Barron 2028 or 2032. Sorry, let me screen this real quick, guys.
It's been an interesting evening. I didn't really know what to expect, and it's far worse than I actually thought. But if you want to know that, but I didn't know exactly what to expect. And I've made a lot of friends tonight. I've made a lot of good friends tonight. Probably made some enemies also. But it's been an experience that is something that we've all shared together, because we're all in this room tonight because most of us went through a period of trauma, from just a short while ago. And, you know, some people said they wanted to come, but they were afraid to come, and you people weren't afraid to come. There were a lot of people that said, Jackie, they don't really, you know, they didn't have the courage to come. And we don't want that to happen. And I'm sure it's not going to happen. We're going to do things.
All right, bro. We got Raw Tactics on the line here. What up, bro?
What's up? What's going on, guys?
You know, we had 2 years
We're just out here. We just hung out with Tommy tonight, and we're planning on doing something special for tomorrow. So everybody be ready for that. Yeah.
You know what? You know about what time you guys are gonna be down there streaming or not?
It'll probably be like around 4 o'clock, maybe 5 o'clock.
4 or 5 p.m. So time everybody's getting off. So you guys heard it here. Definitely tune in. I'm sure the whole plethora of people will be down there. Honestly, bro, if you're down there and they're all streaming, bro, I watch yours because I think you have the cutthroat strategy of like, as soon as your mouth opens, it's like gold, bro. It's like, what the fuck did he just
I hit him
say?
with some other crazy stuff, you know?
Yeah, it's great. I love it. But yeah, 4 to 5 o'clock, you guys, tomorrow, probably down in Washington somewhere. I'm sure everybody will find out that that's badass. But yeah, I watch your stream all the time. I don't really comment too much in the streams that I'm watching. Every now and then I'll say just what up or something. But yeah, I'm more of a spectator than a chat participant more than anything.
Oh, yeah, but we love you, bro. You know that. No matter what. Yep.
Yes, sir.
We're out here doing it. Bam.
Yes,
everyone,
sir.
we love the support. And, you know, just we're out here doing it. That's all that I can say, really, you know. Be back at it like a crack addict. That's what I like to say.
Back at it like a crack addict. I'm gonna have to write that down and steal that one. That's good, bro.
Yep.
Oh my good lord. Well, hey, bro. I know you just limited on time, but in the future, would you be down to come on, do like maybe an interview? People are always interested to know a little more about people and shit. Maybe like an hour, 2 hours, or something. Maybe a couple weeks or something.
Yeah, for sure.
Cool. Let's do it. I'll reach out to you and let's do that. Maybe like 2 weeks out or something.
All right, for sure, man.
Anything else,
Love
brother?
you, bro. Big ups for everybody who supports the Patriots. You know, we all stand with the King, King Tommy. You know what I mean? So,
yes, sir.
Tune in tomorrow. Let's go.
All right, brother. We'll chat again, bro.
All right.
Peace.
Love you, bro.
As well. All right, let me get this back on. All right, there you guys go. So tomorrow they will be down there, probably a gang of them down there, streaming in Seattle area, 4 to 5 o'clock, which is obviously Pacific Standard Time, right? Get Hendrix on. Let me screen this one real quick, guys.
It's been fun, and I've met a lot of great people. And you know, I used an expression, and I've used it right from the beginning. I did this for one reason, to make America great again, and that's what's happening right before your very eyes. We have made America great again. It's going to get a lot greater. So thank you all very much. It's an honor to be with you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
We're live. What up? We got Will on the line. What's going down, bro?
What's up, man? So, not to shoot no hate, no shade on nobody, bro, but before I called, man, I heard the last thing I heard was something about a king, and there's only one king, you know? God is king, right? So, anyways, hey, bro, look, man, I just got to say thank you, you know, for everything you've done for me. You know, when I was thinking earlier and I was live with my chat, you know, I get to chat, you know, that's the one thing you say I do good, right? Yeah. Like, I started thinking, bro, and I'm like, bro, not only are you a good person just all around to everybody, bro, but, like, you've actually now invested in me. Like, if you really think about it, like, literally, bro, like, helping me build my platform, having me have a chance to, you know, do certain things as far as the streaming is concerned, man. Like, you've literally invested in me. And I want to say I'm super thankful for that. And, you know, when things go bad, bro, sometimes, you know, I'll be in a space or I'll hear something, bro. and I start going that bipolar way, right? I start going that chimp out, that I want to go on the bridge and do crazy, you know all the crazy shit, right? We've all seen my crash outs, right? And my super crazy shit. And I think of people like you, bro. You know, I think of the people in my chat. I think of the people in your chat. I think about, you know, all the people who used to troll me, like Rick. You know, Rick used to hit me. He's in your chat. But, like, just all these people who have, like, forgiven me and are rooting for me, bro. And I'm not trying to give you a big head or something, man, but it's almost giving you roses. If you know what that means, you know what that means, right? It's just the utmost respect. And I want to say thank you, man. And, yeah, and I'm just excited, bro, to meet you, right? I'm excited for the air show thing.
Yes,
now, I was looking at the website, and I don't know, man. I might try to send you some money, because I don't know, because, man, there's so many stages there where, like, you can have, like, tables and shit, so I don't know if you got something set up already, or if I could shoot you some money to help, you know, get something done for us out there as far as, like, getting a table or something. I don't know how that works.
So I got the top dog one. I got the top one. It's just like you drive in, pull in, and kind of set up your own shit. A lot of them are restricted. You can't have a cooler. You can't have this. You can't have that. Super restricted.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah, I got the drive-in one. So I don't remember what it's called, but you get a drive-in.
I'll have some money, bro. I have some money for food and drinks, and I know you don't use gas because it's an electric car, right? But I have a few funds I have to kind of help, you know, with that. And I'm not having somebody just pay for everything. So I just wanted you to know I was just trying to see what you were doing, and you know, I'll bring some money to, you know, cover the costs for some of the stuff as well. So obviously not the big baller spot, right? Because I was looking at the prices, bro. You a big baller, but I can definitely help at least, you know, with some funds. You know what I mean? So anyways, I do appreciate that, man, and I'm excited for that. You know, it's crazy because I'm like, a lot of people are like, oh, you know, let's go to Disneyland or something. Disneyland's great. This is like a crazy vacation to me, bro. To you, it's another day. But, you know, it'd just be nice to see you, man, and shake your hand, man. Maybe give you a hug, as weird as it sounds, bro. Like, you know, it's just, you've done so much to help me, man. And I'm super grateful. And just know, bro, your investment in me, right, as a person and as a creator, I'm not going to let you down, man.
Well, good to hear. I rarely make bad investments. You know, I'll just say that.
I mean, I believe it, you know. And anyway, so I just want you to know, man, you know, I'm good, brother. If you see something online, maybe I don't see it, or you're like, oh, shit, they will see that. Don't worry, man. Don't worry. I'm good. You know, whenever I get in that headspace, man, you know, I think about you and everybody supporting me, man. And so I just wanted to say that so you can get to the next caller. But, man, I'm excited to see you, and I appreciate you, man, for investing in me, brother.
Yes, sir. As always, brother, stay up and stay out of trouble. But last thing for you, Will, have a couple people want to see you and Art on the show. So I'm thinking next week sometime we could coordinate that. I got to coordinate with Art, get you guys on. We'll do like just a chill stream, just the three of us chilling kind of thing.
I forgot to mention that myself.
Yeah, let's coordinate that.
Yeah, we got to do that, man. That'd be cool. I don't have a cigar like you guys and cool bottles of liquor and shit that you guys lean back in, but you know me, I'm the crown guy. But there's no crown no more in this house because we don't do.
Yes, sir.
You know, we don't do that.
Nothing wrong with that.
So don't worry. And I want Chad to know, just because I'm saying me and Unfiltered might drink some White Claws and hang out, bro. Don't worry, I'm not getting dumb and fucking upside down. He's gonna have to carry me home or nothing, guys. All right, so you know. There's no upside down with me and Unfiltered when we go to the air show, I promise.
Yeah, right.
Anyways, on that note, man, Unfiltered, much love to you, brother, and you have a good night, my friend.
All right, brother. Thanks for calling in. We'll chat again, bro. Have a good night. There you guys have it. We had Will call in, and the phone line is open to anybody that wants to call in.
Back on the map because we have a leader who stands up for us. Mr. President, thank you for coming to Michigan, but I also
Batman.
Thank you for defending our military and putting us in a position to succeed. This time last year, I was in Iraq. During the 12-day war...
Sorry, Batman. I asked you not to do certain things. It's Sophie coming kind of... she has been speaking out against men and women before, sort. It's Sophie? Are you saying is or it's? Are you saying she is coming? See what people... I mean, you tell me. You tell me. Are you saying is or it is or she is going there? Yeah. Okay. Ed knows. Yeah. That's why they're going there. I didn't know if it was a big secret. Someone texted me about it and whatever. I am not going to be there though.
President. Let's go, Michigan.
I didn't know if it was put out there what event, so I was trying to be vague, but it sounds like it's already been out there.
I didn't bring my box, so I apologize.
But yeah.
But take a moment.
The woman in sports, or the men and women's sports gal.
People are filling this manufacturing facility. And why is that? That is because we love.
Appreciate that, Angela. 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 Appreciate it.
You have got to get out there and make some noise. You have got to get out there and vote.
You gotta get out there and vote. Look at that guy in the green hat. Doesn't he look like the Ukrainian president?
This is an election between common sense and communist crazy. And the leader of our party, President Donald J. Trump, isn't resting on his laurels.
Jesus is the king of our heart. Trump is the king of our country, but Tommy is the king of P-Town.
What did he do? He secured the border. He told you he was going to make his tax.
We'll continue to do good, no matter who believes me or gives a shit. Exactly, bro. Who cares what people think?
And we will do that because we will secure.
So there's Art, yes. Sometime next week, we'll have to plan it. I would like to get a fourth person on, to be honest with you, to make, I don't know, I'm kind of weird. I'm like OCD with like aligning things, and I don't know, if I go into like a public place and I see the fucking picture frame misaligned, and I can't get to it, I'll tell them, hey, can you adjust the picture frame? Or if I could reach it, I'll go and fucking start, pull out the phone and no, I'm joking. I won't pull out the phone level, but I'm really weird about it. So I don't know. I would like to find a fourth person, to do, the show with. So it's either me and someone else or me and 2-3 other people, right? Evens. It'd be nice. Heavy Hook chose him. All right. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. We doing good for sure. For liquor store. Oh, good Lord. Tommy would be good to have on. Yeah, at some point I'll get him on, I'm sure. They kind of do their own thing, over in Portland. I like Raw Tactics. That's why he's probably the first Portland Patriot I want on, because I like his style more than all the rest of them. I'm not saying I don't like the other ones. I actually think fucking Josh is batshit funny. Like I roll on the fucking floor laughing when that guy's talking. Whenever he's talking and doing his thing, I think he's the fucking funniest one. Like, and sometimes I think he's just like speaking his heart and not absolutely trying to be funny. Maybe he is. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. But it's hilarious. It's hilarious. Absolutely hilarious.
Also with us is the mayor of Hamtramck, Amir Galib. Thank you very much, Mr. Mayor. And Mark, thank you very much for being here. Mark Zarkin, a great guy.
Let me pull something up. Where did it go?
He got it a long time ago, Brian. Thank you very much, Brian.
Oops.
Thank you.
Whatever.
Thank you very much.
It comes from the heart. Yeah, it's great, bro. Yeah, he is the GOAT. Yeah, he's the GOAT. I usually don't watch Tommy in general. Sometimes I'll just tune in and here and there, but I like to watch either, Shane's angle on it, so you kind of see the full scene going on. And Josh is not always there, but if he is there, definitely who I'm fucking listening to, bro. Oh my good Lord. Trying to get Steve-O from Portland Andy News to call in. Let's go, McGinnis. Yes, that'd be awesome. That would be awesome. Yeah, and Art, or Will, or anybody in general could think of maybe a fourth person that I could have on next week. I could reach out to them. I have a couple people in mind that I could reach out to. But if there's anyone that kind of with Will, Art, myself, and someone else that'll fit that genre, let me know, and I could reach out, or whoever can reach out. I don't give a shit. But yeah, I'd love to have a fourth person just in the mix. So I can sit back and say nothing and let them talk the whole time, guys.
Ensuring that Michigan stays at the cutting edge of North American air power. Selfridge was very, very important.
I'm out, y'all. Have a great night. We'll see you next time. Ed Eagle, thank you so much for stopping in. Have a great night. We'll see you next time. We will see you next time. Thanks for stopping in, bro. As always. Ed always makes sure we hit that 100 likes, and then he's like, all right, mission over. See you guys later. Thanks, Ed. Appreciate it, bro.
But we can't let what was and is going on. They killed 52,000 protesters. Think of it in a 4-month period. 52,000 in Iran. But we've already paid for the Venezuela operation, as I said, and likewise we're winning big time with the Islamic Republic of Iran, and we're ensuring that they never have a nuclear weapon.
Trying to start a fight. Dude didn't want to fight anymore. Yeah, that's usually how it works. That's how it works, right? That's always how it works. It's always the people that, you know, don't see it coming, right? Mike Hunt. What up, Mike Hunt? Once at a band camp, Mike Hunt did a foursome. Oh, my good Lord. Good Lord Almighty.
Zero illegal aliens have been admitted into the United States. Zero. And now, as you've been reading, crime is plummeting.
Yes. That's a great question or statement by Easy, and Grok obviously knows the truth.
That's before my father. Bring up my father. That's before my father was born. 125 years, lowest murder rate. And that's despite the fact that we have people in this country that shouldn't be here. That's despite that. But a lot of them are being brought out.
I didn't even have to fire up the Grok. It looks like it's working perfectly fine. I usually have to fire it up. Glad it's working, guys. We call it Mega Grok because it's the base Grok.
The history of our country by far, with differences of 400, 500, and even 600%. Nobody can believe it. We were the highest priced for decades.
The highest priced. Good Lord.
Prescription drugs, and now we're the lowest price in the world.
Good Lord.
You think that was? I won't bore you with the way I did it, but no other president was able to do it. I'm not sure they even tried, but all of you have to go out and go to TrumpRx.gov.
Yeah, and lefties are like, I would never go to TrumpRx.gov. I would never, ever do that. Why would I ever do that?
Taxpayer dollars, we ended Medicaid for illegal immigrants, and we launched the
Why would we go to TrumpRx.com? The phone line is open if anybody wants to call in. If not, I'm going to shut it down here in a second. Not right away, but here soon.
Minnesota, that governor is so crooked. Ilhan Omar with her brother, so crooked.
See if I could find what I was looking at earlier, guys. That's what I'm looking for.
Billions of dollars, billions. In just 18 months, we've turned.
Yeah, to use Grok, you type in an exclamation mark, the word Grok, and you ask a question. And then the Grok will respond. So exclamation mark, the word Grok, ask your question, and the Grok will respond.
Investment is booming. Michigan is thriving. America is winning like never before. And again, Iran will never have a nuclear weapon.
Thank God.
With the help of our Republican majorities.
Grok, how do I use Grok? Talk to me like normal. Ask any question. Get direct, unfiltered, mega truth. No woke bullshit. Yes. And if you guys did not know, you could set up a X account, an X checking account, and they give you right now for a limited time only $25, guys. I signed up for an account. Actually, I signed up for several accounts. Oh, I can't continue. Oh, I can't go on my whatever. $25 free. Who can beat that? Who could beat that? Dr. Hillman. No, did I need to look up? I have. You never told me about Dr. Hillman. Or did you? And I wasn't paying attention, bro. You're going to have to refresh my memory. Because I have Raymond Ibrahim that I have not looked up. I keep good notes on everything. Let me see if I got maybe in here. No. Do not. Let me screen this real quick, guys.
You'll get great health care and have lots of money left over. And we will continue to remove dangerous criminals, drug dealers, human traffickers, and child predators from our country. And we will always stand with the heroes of ICE and Border Patrol. They are heroes. The abuse they're taking. If you saw some of the people they have to deal with,
We are live. What up, bro? This is. Go ahead.
This is Steve Marino, Marion, Ohio. News on the run from Portland, Andy, boys, from Portland, Oregon. How's it going, brother? My brother, Bruce McGinnis, he got a hold of you. He called me. He said, this guy wants to talk to you, brother.
Yeah.
I called you in.
Yeah, appreciate you. Yeah, so I'm trying to build the soundboard, and you got the best licks around. So I want you to save the number when we're not live. I want you to blow up the fucking voicemail as much as you feel comfortable doing.
Sure. What would you like me to say? What would you like me to say, sir? I can say anything you want.
You say whatever you want to say.
About America, politics, anything in the world? Or
anything in the world whatsoever, as long as it's funny as hell.
All right, brother, I can do that. I can talk about you do racing and shit. Me and Portland Andy just went to races.
I don't do racing, but it sounds funny.
Okay, I can make some stories up. You know, some funny shit we did down there or anything, you know.
Fair enough. Let's do it. Yeah, that's going to be good. Well, I appreciate where's McKenna? Is he still in here, McKennis? Appreciate you, McKennis, getting him to call. He's like, I'll get him to call. I'm like, all right, it'll be a week. But here you are.
Yes, sir. Me and McGinnis, we FaceTime, chat back and forth all the time, brother, from Australia to Ohio. No shit. And he's going to come visit me sooner or later. He said in a year or so, we're going to go do some shit in the United States he wants to do.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Maybe bring him shooting and shit. So let me get this right. You're the gentleman that says you're 61 years old, didn't go to college, and you know some shit, right? You're that guy.
I still fucking listen to Pantera. Yes, sir, that's me.
I still listen to fucking Pantera. Good Lord, save me.
You're on YouTube right now, or what do you want?
We're live streaming. We're on YouTube, we're on X, we're on Kick, and we're on Rumble, all live.
Yes, sir, brother. I'm not on anything. I'm just doing it on my phone right now. I know I have my TV on. I appreciate you. My brother, Bruce McGinnis, he told me to call you. He wanted me to call in, so
well, here you
I
are.
will do it for you. No problem, sir. No problem.
You could, when I'm offline, give me a news report or something wild on the voicemail, and I'd appreciate it because I need to build my soundboard, and I think you would do a mighty fine job.
Yes, sir. The same number I got right here, right?
Yes, sir. The same number.
No problem. No problem. I can do that. I can call you 2 or 3 times, leave you some good stuff on there.
Let's do it.
I'll do it for you. No problem, sir.
Well, I appreciate you calling in, brother. Anything else you want to add?
Everybody in the United States stay safe. I'm off for the military. My father was in the Air Force. He's retired, from Vietnam. My little cousin actually just went in the Marines. He's in the basic training right now in Fort June, North Carolina. He's going to go to the war, boys.
Damn.
My family's all about the war. God bless everybody. Everybody stay safe.
Yes,
have a great night, everyone. I will call in and do your voice for you, sir. No problem.
All right, brother. Appreciate it. Thank you. Have a great night. We'll chat again.
Thank you, sir. No problem.
Bye. There you guys have it. Steve-O himself called in. How dare he? Got all the news from... You'll get all the news from Steve-O. Okay, I'll take a news report as often as possible, right? That's great. All right, appreciate that, McGinnis. Pulling the strings like a puppet master all the way from Australia, all the way from Aussie land, pulling the strings. Appreciate that, bro. Yeah, thanks for the service as well, Steve-O, as always. He said, I'm not streaming on anything but my damn phone. Oh, good Lord. That's hilarious.
With your help and patriots all across this magnificent land.
Good Lord, save us. Damn, we're having like a Grok chimp out, guys. Everybody's talking to Grok tonight. Hey, talk to Grok all you guys want. That Grok. Thanks, Bill Miner. It's by extension Bill Miner. It's all his fault. He got one guy on, that guy got another guy on, and maybe that guy will get Trump on. Maybe, just maybe, right? Just maybe. Oh, did I accidentally time someone out on accident? Nope, I didn't. Thank God. What about the satanic chick? I forgot her name. Will knows her. I don't know. I'm not into her at all. She's not my style. Maybe. You talking about Ro and Astra? That would be in the future. I would like to have her on, maybe just me. Because, yeah. That's a maybe. But that's actually not a bad idea. Just because I have a disagreement or run-ins with people doesn't mean I can't forgive them and move on. You know. There we go. Let's stop the music before I get hit with a copyright strike for just listening to freaking music. I'm going to pull this other thing up that I had. Oh my good Lord. I should have had it ready. Amateur hour, guys. Amateur hour. Where did it go? Oh, we got the sign language folks out. Are they still doing this space? They are. I'm gonna do this. I don't think he'll mind if I restream, but let me get this pulled up real quick, guys. There we go. Why is it showing premium? Why is it not showing the full? It's not even changing, guys. What the fuck is that all about? Let me stop sharing this real quick. And then add it again. Let's try that again. Join us for Geyer Space. There we go. There we go. Bada bing, bada boom. There we go. This is an X Space Geyer is holding. He was held one yesterday. We'll just go ahead and listen in. I usually like to kind of talk in them rather than listen, but whatever.
You get to keep 2 of these salmon that you catch. Bring it home to your family. Cook.
Is he talking about salmon fishing?
Bring it over to me. We'll smoke it for you. And it's going to be a good time. So it's August 1st through 31st. But you can't go on August 31st or August 29th and 30th because you got to be at the Ponderosa Theater.
Geyer has you blocked, Art? Really? I could ask him to unblock you. Why does he have you blocked? That's weird.
Country music artist.
He blocked a lot of people. I know that. I don't know why he would block you. I don't know.
Because he followed his love.
What did he block you for? Do you know, or is it just he blocked you?
Sticking out here, and he's doing a show. He's headlining.
I can ask him.
Ponderosa Lounge, August 29th.
Geyer,
Cowboy Kickback.
Unblock Art.
Handing out merch, taking pictures, talking about things, enjoying good country music, dancing. So yeah,
he does. Odd.
Get on the boat with Kevin.
Yeah.
Let's get into it. Thank you for letting me plug my stuff. Brecca, go ahead.
Yeah, Steve-O's Ohio.
Okay. Thank you for letting me speak. It's a little bit late for me tonight, but yeah, I'm in California and Southern California, and most of our fires were set by arsonists, and it can be proven. You just have to look up rust and all that stuff, but they, of course, they say it's
generous man. He was nervous as hell. Well, he's on Portland Andy's thing. I mean, come on now. Good Lord. I'm a far step down from there.
Of course, Brecca. Thank you for sharing. I'm going to be looking at that.
Ladies, McGinnis is looking for a green card. He's an Aussie.
I mean, I've got roots.
If you like that Aussie romance,
originally born.
We have one for you.
For a while. Southern California boy here until.
Yeah, last night was pretty good. I don't know what's been discussed this evening.
But yeah, lots to look into. What's going on with your governor
in general?
Good Lord.
Oh my God. He's just a clown. I don't believe that anybody voted for him. I have yet, even the
And what is up with the? I keep seeing the same
have not
Benny
voted for this
Briff.
guy. And we tried to recall him twice. And he's just being
Get him out here. Yeah, McGinnis is looking for a green card. Needs to find a lady first.
See a hand going up and,
Why does Mike Hunt stink so bad? Well, he likes those booth tents.
Thank you, Brecca. Thank you for joining the show. I gave you a follow.
Oh my good lord! Because Mike Hunt is slaying for your stinky.
What comes in and
Oh my
exactly
good
what
lord!
This space is for, and giving their feedback and their information about whether.
Oh yeah.
Go ahead, Rocco.
I'll turn it up this time.
Yeah,
I do have
to
it
be
going.
real quick. I'm just gonna
There
touch
we go.
on.
Hopefully this sounds
real
good.
quick
Good
what,
balance.
What she was saying. Newsom is not just a clown; he's an ass clown. Just saying. And Spin, brother, what's been going on? I ain't seen you in what 6 months, maybe, man. What's happening? What you been up to? What's going on with you? How you been? What's happening? What's kicking? How's the city in the Spin, or the Spin in the city? Come on, man. I done asked you 6 questions. Your mic turned off? You need to plug it in? You forgot how to connect it, didn't you?
Yes.
It's disconnected. Your speaker's broke. You can't hear me talking. You can not. Hello? Can you ring? Hello? Ringy dingy dingy. Hello, Spin. Can you hear me?
Breaking news, huh?
He's
Enrique
I think
Tario.
he's either doing two things.
PB boy.
Filling up his water bottle, or he's running another live stream yelling at a liberal.
He might.
What do
be
they advertise this
water
shit on the
tank, too.
internet?
I guess that's a possibility, right?
Yeah, that could
All
be
over the
it.
internet kind of thing?
While we wait for that, go ahead, Brianna.
So she's single and ready to mingle.
So as you're
there you go,
looking
Aussie.
into things, I just wanted to share something I think is worth really mentioning here. Prior to leaving Oregon, I did a title search on
Good night, all. Art is out of here. As always, Art, have a great night. We'll see you next time. Stay out of trouble.
The 2020 riots, and
we'll chat again.
It's just very interesting. If you look at the map around
Yeah,
Portland,
long distance shit never
the riots
worked.
really appeared to be right up to the boundary line of what the city has designated
never ever
as being part of the smart city zoning. And I did a search after the city of Portland had instituted new zoning ordinances.
Until next time, Art. We'll see you again. Have a great night, bro.
Essentially, they prioritized what's called mixed multi-use zoning. So these are high rises with some type of commercial zoning, some type of low-income housing, and then some type of like high-priced condominiums, for example, at the top. And so after the city prioritized this,
boring as fuck.
And after the riots, they ended up quite a few buildings switched hands. I found it really fascinating that the state of Oregon itself was buying up these buildings. So they're buying up these commercial buildings and turning them into these mixed multi-use properties under this new smart city zoning. So that's something that may pique your interest. The other thing I would encourage people to take a look at is the OSU wildfire map. So I'm not sure if you're familiar with like NFIP or any of the new FEMA ordinances or rule changes, excuse me, that were finalized under the Biden administration. But some very interesting things happened I don't want to bore people with the details, but essentially in these hazardous areas, there are these new rankings where you are ranked as sample for fire.
in the chat. One, if you want to continue
insurers
listening
do
to
not have
Geyer
to
in
insure
this
you, and then of course, if
space,
you have
or
a
two, if you want me to
mortgage,
throw
you
something
can't,
else random
maintain your
on,
mortgage without
kind of
some
like
type of
probably police
insurance,
scanner
homeowners
thing
insurance.
in California.
And so
Just for
I
background
found it
noise.
really
One for
interesting that
Geyer, two
OSU,
for
for
rando
example, was
YouTube
creating this new
live
fire
police scanner
map
thing.
and sort of
This
ranking
shit's boring.
areas, which were,
Two.
very
Two.
not very
Two.
generous, I would say, to rural Oregonians.
That's enough for
If you
me.
extrapolate that
That is enough for me.
into
Okay.
census blocks,
The
there's
masses
a lot
have
of
decided.
economic
The masses
incentive
have
to
decided, guys.
sell that property.
So let me get rid of that. This is much better background noise. Sorry, it's more entertaining to me. There we go. Turn it down a little so it's not screaming, but either way, I'm gonna focus on reading some of your guys' chat and stuff like that, and let's just have this background noise. I voted for everything. It's all twos. I did not see a single one. So okay, seems like we all have the same vibe going on with that. It was boring as hell, right? Boring as hell. Yeah, I don't mind when it's just like monotone shit, but if we're over here talking about building code and shit, yeah. And I'm gonna sound sexist. The gal talking, I like her. But why are women talking about building code and shit? I don't know. That's kind of the shit men bullshit about. Like, women talking about, like, yeah, housing, building code, and blah, blah, blah. I don't know. Boring as hell. Did you get my second? Your second what? Did you get my second? LOL. Are you talking like some shit on like X or something? I don't ever. I finally figured out, guys, by the way, how to find the message requests from people, and I had no exaggeration. I am not exaggerating. I probably had 50 messages that I did not know it even existed. So if you're one of those 50 fucking people or more that messaged me and I never responded, I was not intentionally doing it, though I would love to have an excuse. I have one. My vote. No. What was the vote? You're going to have to write it again, Heavy. Sounded like an HOA meeting. Yeah, exactly. It did. There we go. Now I'm getting all kinds of fucking messages and shit. Mr. Bill, anyone want to talk on panel? No. Maybe later, Mr. Bill. My vote, bro. What was your vote? What was your vote? All right, I'll scroll back up. Same will. Let's see, Heavy. 2. Yours was 2. What the hell was so special about your vote? You put a 2. Same will. Fit, did you get my 2? Yes, I got your. Oh, your 2. Duh. Am I stupid as fuck? Yes, 2. Everybody was 2. Everybody was 2. I did not see a single one. Isn't that fucked up? Not a single one. Let me fix this real quick. This caption real quick, guys. There we go. Puts it on the bottom. All right. Grok is definitely, everybody loves Grok. I'm joking. A man who refused to settle down in a relationship, it values total freedom about commitment and wanted to stay united like a bird in a flight. What the hell, Joe? What the hell kind of question is that? Why don't you just listen to the song? All right, this Grok is chimping out, guys. I don't know if we'll see what YouTube does. It's been using the C word a lot. Yes, Joe. Trump has never personally filed bankruptcy. If you knew anything about how businesses work in America, you have Chapter 11, Chapter 7, I believe the other one. Very rich people very often file bankruptcy on a company if it flops. Pretty common. Not common, but it does happen.
Pretty soon. Yeah. Under dire, they'll turn it into a school. Turn it into a homeless shelter. Or turn it into
Gotta head out for the night. All right, Joe. Have a great night.
was. Nobody's there.
Did Mike Hunk ever give you the bird? Yes, go listen to the song, Joe. Nope, I'd flip it right back. Mega. Pull this up real quick. I got to pull that up, Trying to hit that. And we've been streaming about the time I like to be.
Let's just pull them over and see what's going on. You're colorblind, government. You're colorblind.
Unfiltered and raw on YouTube, it fed. Damn, Grok. Don't you dare. Stop with the paranoia. Keep in mind, I programmed the Grok, so it says as I tell it to do. Sometimes it slips up and says some wild shit.
Don't be a snitch in the chat, guys. Snitches get stitches.
Yes, what he said.
It's a pointless life. It's like this one. No one coming from either direction, but it's going to be red all the freaking time.
And look, the box is open. For the
Three.
See that box right there?
Don't be a snitch, guys. Oh, now the Grok is chimping out.
You could see all the circuit boards in everything.
Grok is chimping out now. DeSantis signed it in Israel? He signed that law in Israel? Are you sure about that? That sounds like some fucking crazy shit if he did. Yeah, Mike Hunt always breaks shit. Damn, Mike Hunt.
What the heck is over there?
I think that was that. There was a guy laid on.
And then tomorrow,
Oh, is that the 11:40?
I'm gonna probably do some streaming as I do some stuff, building out the old studio. I have to run to Home Depot, so I will probably do that and then come back and stream some other shit that I'm doing. But I finished up all the electrical. Well, I should take that back. I finished up the electrical for like the plugs, the outlets, the lights. I have not completed the tying it in, obviously, to the panel, the sub panel to the main panel. So working on that next. So I'll probably won't stream that part, but the other parts of things I need to do, I will be streaming. So I don't know if I'll do it tomorrow, stream anything. Maybe I will. Who knows? We'll see. We'll see. We will see. But I'm going to probably do the streaming of that shit members only. Because I don't really care if a bunch of people see it. But I'll probably do it members only streaming. Anybody that's a member will have access to it, which we have quite a bit of members, guys. Actually, we have like 138 members. Last I checked a few days ago. Yeah, 138 members, guys. I appreciate everybody that is a member. I didn't realize it was that many. I thought it was a lot less. But yeah, we have 138 members. And anybody that was gifted a membership, please remember to renew it so you can continue, obviously, supporting the channel. But yeah, Darla helped get a lot of those, gifted a lot of them over the month or so. I appreciate Darla, as always. What time are you going live? I'll be live I have no clue. It'll be later, mid-afternoon. Mid-afternoon sometimes, probably around 1 or so, if I do. And it won't be a super long stream, maybe an hour and a half-ish. If I do, it's probably a 60% chance I'll go live in the middle of the day. Not 100% sure. Have a great night, Unfiltered in chat. Rick, have a great night. We'll see you next time, Rick. Have a great night. Appreciate you, Rick. And don't forget to watch when we get Thirsty Moon Lust for an interview. Later, Rick. Have a great night.
Maybe
Love y'all. Get out of here. Darla, the unfiltered swan. Yes, Darla is the swan. My pleasure. Great crowd here. Yes, appreciate it, Darla. Yeah, we got a lot. I didn't realize we have. Give us the unfiltered and pink moon now. Now, yes. We have 138 when I last checked, which is a lot more than I realized. I started with like, I remember when I hit 50, I was like, holy shit, that's a lot of people. But yeah, we're at 138 members, guys. That's quite a bit. Quite a bit. So I appreciate everybody that's a member. If you got a gift membership, be sure to renew it. Continue supporting the channel. And I will be doing free trials. YouTube just started offering it. So if you do get a free trial, check it out. And it'll allow you access to content that's kind of member only. But yeah, so the stuff I'm going to probably do as far as building out their studio thing, it's going to be member only. It's probably nothing too fancy, but if you want to check it out, yeah, it'll be for members only.
So many people reported what you've seen. Couldn't just disappear.
The hell?
Unless he was flopping around, got up and crawled back up the side of the embankment.
Beam me up, Scotty. Yeah, I don't think he's live anymore. Yeah, beam me up, Scotty's not alive anymore. First time I find you live. Deborah, appreciate it. Yeah. We're just chilling, Deborah, hanging out. Scotty the Troll lives rent-free in y'all's head. Yes, Scotty's Troll. He sure the hell does. For someone else. The irony in that. Sharp with the siren. Yeah, and then I'm going to try to start from now on, like, once a week, maybe every other week. I don't want to overdo it and get burned out, but probably every other week. I want to try to have some guests on, do, like, either one-on-one interviews with myself or maybe a group type thing. So if there's anybody that's realistic, right? I'm not going to get fucking Donald Trump on or anything like that. I mean, you never know, right? Or Elon Musk. But realistic people, you know, politicians that are running for office, I think are what I'm going to kind of target, or interesting people in general. I would love to have them on. Let me know, especially if you know someone. Let me know, because, yeah, I'd like to start doing, like, kind of a more chill stream doing that, especially on the politics side. It'd be interesting. Hate speech is misused term. It's a sentence enhancement under... Yeah. Yeah, we see all kinds of funny business going on and shit, too. All kinds of funny business.
They got all kind of officers heading somewhere on the sheriff.
Get this set up, edit video.
Emergency traffic. I wonder if they're in a high-speed chase.
Oh, I'm gonna share this on the screen since we got Will in here, because the day will come he will be able to raid someone. So while I'm here kind of dicking around with doing nothing, I'm gonna show Will how to do a raid real quick on here. So let me pull this up. I'm pull up another screen, so pay attention, Will. So to raid someone, super easy. You go to your YouTube channel. Oops, come on now. Go to your own channel. Go to your live. So this is what we're streaming this right now. I'm going to go to my live. Watching myself, right? I'm going to pause it. Edit. Right there where it says edit. Edit video. Click that. It's going to bring you to this. It says customization. You click customization, you scroll down, and it says redirect right here. Oh, verify it's you. The fuck is this all about? Well, I gotta verify it's me on this tab. Either way, you go to that redirect tab, and bada bing, you add in you add in whatever channel's live. Say thank you for the help you're giving William. He's a nice guy. It's great to swear to go see him. So happy. AFPDX, what up? Appreciate that. But yeah, I'll have to show another time because now I gotta verify my shit again for some reason. It's super weird. Just because I have 2 tabs open. That's ridiculous. But either way, then you hit save, and when you close the stream, it automatically redirects the person there. Yeah, last birthday and last 9 of social, please. No, I have to use the damn Google Authenticator. It's an authenticator app. Anytime I don't know why it's just a different tab on a different. Well, I guess I use Firefox for most everything, so it's Google. Which is weird because I'm logged into Google, but whatever, it is what it is. Yeah, and then when you raid someone, you hit save, you end the stream, and literally right when you end, there's a little pause, and then it just sends everybody over. And then the algorithm, you know, everybody talks about the algorithm. There's no tricking the algorithm. What they do next is kind of important because what they, you know, obviously YouTube wants people to stay on YouTube. That's pretty much it. And there's no other way to explain it. So if you send them somewhere and they continue watching, YouTube's like, oh, you are cool. Cindy, Unfiltered and Raw, how are you? I am doing better than I deserve, as we say. How are you? How are you doing this evening? Oh, good Lord.
Unplug it really quick.
It is the power.
Yeah, unplug.
Yeah.
Too buzzed right now. Easy's too buzzed.
They're saying can't happen from code 3. They're doing stuff through their computer.
That's funny.
I'm out filming them. They do more stuff.
Me to say good night, lovely lady. Have a great night, Kamala. You're out of here. We'll see you next time. Appreciate you as always, Kamala. We'll see you next time. Is Fig Fart in here? Oh my good Lord. I didn't even see a message from him. Whatever. Fig Fart in the house. I have not seen Lalo lately. Where has Lalo been? Did you guys see the unwatchable cringe Elon clip? No. What happened? What happened? Which one? Because there's a couple that are pretty cringy.
Oh, thank you.
Which one, Fig Farter?
For that suspension fix right there. A little out of alignment. After driving a few miles, I'm perfect now.
Deported. Yeah, he probably did get deported. Poor guy. Poor Lalo. Poor Lalo. Mr. Deportation. Casey, Lalo is locked in my basement. He puts the lotion on its skin, right? Oh, you creepy bastard. Casey. He's shimmying down to his basement. He chopped the stairs off. He's shimmying down the basket with the lotion. Good Lord. No power for about 8 hours. Well, hey, at least you got power back. I was without power for about 3 days recently. It sucks. Power without power sucks. But I live in the mountains. I'm used to it, and I actually don't mind. Latest interview with whom, though? Is it worth watching, or is it pretty lame? I'll pull it up, actually. Curious now. Damn Fig Fart's got me.
They're wanting to confirm this spelling. Is it the way that you run it?
Oh, we got a call, boys. Give me a second.
Flopping around. Jetneck wasn't hallucinating. looks like he's sitting up and rocking back and forth. Seems secure. Motorcyclist fell off his bike. That sucks. That hurts your ego more than anything.
Somebody got too big of a bike he can't handle.
Yep.
Want to get that 1200. And he's 5'5".
D-Train 9. Oreo, would you visit any haunted places in Fresno? I don't believe in haunted places, so there's no haunted places. There's either God or the devil. Come on, guys. We got to get one more good call. We are going to sit here and focus. Man, that place is empty tonight.
Yep.
That's crazy. Wonder if their hotel vouchers from the county are running out. Okay, so we got...
There we go. Another time we'll get the caller to get on and chat. They were kind of busy doing things, dealing with life stuff. So next time we'll get her on. It'll be interesting. She's got the voice for podcasting and YouTubing for sure. Maybe we can get her on as a guest. I am trying to find... What the hell was I looking up, guys? My mind is kind of fried right now. Oh, yeah. Elon Musk interview.
It's not an Uber, guys. You don't just say, hey, go here. We're out waiting for police.
Elon Musk interview.
Police call. That's when we go to
crashes out in interview. Absurd characterization. We're not going to get the full interview. Isn't that some bullshit? Isn't that bullshit? We'll just get part of it. Yeah, and then people's opinion. I'm not racist. Just a bunch of clips. No, I'll have to find the full interview and then play it. I'll play that tomorrow. I got to find the full thing. Musk interview.
Such a lively area.
I will play that tomorrow, Fig Farter. Got it on the list. The warranty on the car expired. It's a game for him. He had pretended he was food and then... Yeah, well, he has a bunch of money. He paid someone to play his game to get him up through it. Who gives a shit, dude? He's fucking a trillionaire. I don't care what trillionaires do. You know, there's people that are just millionaires that pay people $1,000 a day just to do a random ass task. Am I gonna sit here and fucking lose sleep over what rich people are doing? No. It's their business what they're doing. I don't really care what they're doing. Would I maybe do something a little different? Maybe. I wouldn't pay someone to play a fucking video game. That's for damn sure. But do I care that someone did that? Absolutely not. Could care less. But look at this top I got at this this farmer's market for free. The guy was making them at the... Jesus Christ. He was making them at the farmer's market. right? And this one's got like this is all natural wood. Jeez, I can't even hold the damn thing. Natural wood, whatever it is. I think she said it was maple something. I don't remember, but it looks like a damn UFO, right? Pretty cool. Got a bunch of them. Spreading the wealth. Kind of. Just kind of. And then what I'm going to do is go back here, channel.
The Hotel Plaza.
Yep.
Yeah, the damn thing is like all over the place. I don't even know what the hell's going on, but yeah, it's pretty cool. I've been spinning it. I don't know if you guys been hearing it on the mic on the table, but you keep hearing that. I've been spinning it all night. I'm surprised Heavy's not like, hey, stop, or Wolf, or whoever's like, hey, stop fondling your microphone. Stop playing with it. One of you guys. What is this guy doing? Fucking Morse code or something? What the hell's going on? But I think what I'm going to do here, guys, I will be streaming tomorrow, either mid-afternoon sometime. You have everybody that's going to be in Seattle, 4 to 5 o'clock-ish, streaming in Seattle. Definitely tune into them. You know, everybody's going to probably be down there. I don't know who exactly. I know Tommy's going to be there. Now we know Raw Tactics is going to be there, Josh. I imagine the wifey will be down there as well. I don't know if Chris, Danny. I don't know who else is going to be down there. I imagine Shane. Ground Zero, everybody else will probably be down there, so tune in. But before that, I might stream just like an hour just of random shit I'm doing, and then I will be streaming later in the afternoon. 8 o'clock is usually when I stream, so tune in then. But other than that, guys, let me switch this up real quick. Oh my good lord. Other than that, guys, let me turn this off too. Get the caption out of here. Other than that, I'm going to bounce out of here. Have a great night, everybody. Appreciate you guys. We're going to raid Mr. Bill right after the Unfiltered and Raw song. But if you haven't subscribed, go down here. It's like right here. Hit the subscribe button. I would appreciate it. Everybody that's here with me, everybody that's been chilling, I appreciate every single one of you guys. Let's do this again. And if you're on Rumble, check me out on Rumble because I'm going to be doing some exclusive stuff over there here real soon. And tonight we're going to raid Mr. Bill. I like raiding Mr. Bill. He's probably doing a video, some type of game or some cringy shit. I will see you guys over there after the song. You don't have to go over there. It'll automatically take you there. Have a great night, everybody. I'll see you over there in Mr. Bill's show. Have a great night, guys.
Unfiltered and raw. Say it how I feel, that's law. Stars and stripes on my heart. I ain't ever gonna tear that off. From the back road dust to the big white house we saw. I'm pro-America standing tall. Unfiltered and raw.